No, I'm playing the tabletop. I gave
Right.
it a bunch of old and new books, and I said, "Hey, run this." Pretty much like starting very young, and then I'm gonna get older. We're gonna play this. Found out that there's so many free books of the World of Darkness. It's not even funny. When I was looking, what you guys been up to?
We watched Send Help, which was
How
really
was
good.
Dark? How was it?
It was actually really good.
3 out
I
of 5.
really enjoyed it.
Dang, I didn't know that
That's
you could
good.
sound like your
That's
wife.
that's good for him though. If it says 3 out of 5, it was good film. I think you'd like it. You've got the same sort of taste in movies as me, so I think
let's be honest, right? If a film is not 3 out of 5, why did they even bother making it? Because that's like.
And I'm starting to
what
do
should be.
something, Laura, when it comes to Dark, is that whenever his judgment is low, I have to be cautious now because sometimes he's absolutely right. It's not even a rib anymore because it's like when it came to Sinners, and it wasn't that good. I'm like, oh come on, man. When I saw it, I'm like, I'll be damned. He was right.
I felt like they could have, like, with Sinners, though, I think they could have delved more into it deeper. There was, like, stories
Look,
there.
Speaking of which,
this Discord has spent enough time talking about Sinners already.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I know what you like.
No, you were going to say about expanded universe or something, weren't you?
Oh, they were. They are.
Yeah, because we made money. Of course they are.
Oh, they actually do it right this time. I do like the world.
Sometimes the second movie can be better than the first.
Not often.
Not really.
I'm trying to think what movie has been
Aliens,
really good.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Both had.
Aliens and Aliens was great.
Yes. Both had sequels that were just as good as the first one. In Terminator 2's case, arguably better.
Yeah. Have you seen that series, the Alien series?
On Fox, I watched the first episode up until they sent the medical help team into the building with guns. And then I was like, nah.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize all paramedics had to be equipped with an assault rifle.
Oh.
They had zero
There was
reason
no
or
excuse
idea.
for that. They just had guns. You're
Yeah,
like,
there was
huh?
no reason for them to have a weapon to defend themselves because they had no idea there was anything involved that was dangerous that way. They were supposed to be going in to rescue people from a ship crashing. And they sent in basically like Marines with fucking assault rifles. And I was like, this is
what
horseshit.
series was that?
The Alien
Did
one,
I not
mind?
watch?
We watched
Did
it.
we both watch it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Because it's like...
It was. I mean, besides that, it was garbage anime, right? But that was...
Yeah, well, that's probably
at
why
that point, I was like,
no,
no, I'm out.
Why does a medic have an assault rifle? What the fuck?
And it wasn't even like... Yeah, it was garbage. And I was like, I'm not giving this a fucking time of day. I knew it was going to be garbage anime, but I thought maybe visuals...
I'm so mad because I
maybe
love the
right.
dynamic of synthetics doing stuff. And
There as... I mean, you read comics. There is a whole comic series about the aliens, the xenomorphs on Earth, which is great. And it involves Terminators and shit as well.
Yeah.
So you can write a zany, crazy storyline with xenomorphs on Earth and that kind of stuff. But I don't know what the fuck they were doing, it was shit.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for the alien synthetic. Talk shit and smoke cigars. That was in the comic, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Aliens ended the Alien Resurrection. That's fine. It was a good thing they never made anything after that.
As for Scream 7, I don't care. Yeah.
Did you watch Scream 7? I've not seen it yet.
Jurassic World Rebirth.
The Scream 7.
I said this before. I was willing to give that one a chance because they said it was a reboot and all this kind of stuff, but everything I saw about it just reeked
You're
like
just
another.
like,
No, like another crap cash in. I'll have it in the background sometime maybe. I'm not going to make it. I've got 70 something films on my watch list. I don't need to be adding crap to it like that.
Mercy. Have you seen that one?
Not yet.
Not bad.
Is it good?
Pretty crazy twist.
Do you go to the actual cinema quite often, Glenn?
Yeah, in my house, on my computer.
Okay, so you don't.
I mean, I've thought about it to just go out and just buy a movie and go in, but you know.
Oh, I mean, I'm never going to the cinema again, but I was just wondering.
Why is that though? Just went, man, fuck all that. Got internet.
Yeah, after the last two, I was just like, nah.
No offense to y'all, just nah. I think the reason why I'm actually waiting, I'm waiting for those super like they put all kind of effort and craziness into it. Like when they re-released the Matrix and they had all that cool effects and stuff for this one movie. May go for one of those.
I said before, I went to see the Meg in 4DX and the seats move and it blows fans in your face and sprays you with water and like stuff. That was fun.
Yeah.
Because it was like a fucking 2-hour theme park ride.
Oh, I watched that Wuthering Heights. That was terrible. Oh my goodness, that was awful.
What one?
Wuthering Heights was awful with Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi. It was absolutely terrible.
I need to be pinging people.
Yes, you do. Oh, this one, Wuthering Heights. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like so bad. It was so boring. Just
It's like Jesus, just have sex, Jesus.
that wasn't even the problem with the movie. It was just like, it was just so. It wasn't even. See the book and like the previous movies to Wuthering Heights had all went from the book. This didn't. This took it from. This wasn't even in the book. This Wuthering Heights. Honestly, this was a completely entirely new movie. That wasn't Wuthering Heights I was watching. Really wasn't.
Have you finally seen Good Luck? Have fun, don't die.
No.
No, but I really want to.
I'm just gonna say this: you're probably just gonna only like the trailer.
Oh, okay. What about the Kill You one? What's that called? What was that movie called? Something Kill You.
There's Ready or Not 2, and the other one was They Will Kill You.
They Will Kill You.
Zazie Beetz, which Goose has seen already. He said last week.
I want to see Pretty Lethal. You seen that one? About the ballerinas killing people?
It's on Prime. So gonna probably watch it.
Somebody said that was decent on Discord.
Yeah, it's on my watch list on Prime.
Okay, I see Swindle getting into Thingme now. Honey,
Hello.
do you want to get into
Hello.
Foundry as well, hon?
Rebel Moon.
Oh god.
Oh, fucking don't. No.
I never
Just
watched the
don't.
second part because I will be that to myself.
Just don't. I watched not only both of them, but I also watched the Zack Schneider cut, and for both.
What do you mean the Zack Snyder cut? He made
Snyder
both
cut,
of
what
them.
the hell?
No, but like, you know,
The full
because
vision
the guy can't. Yeah, the guy can't fucking make a short ass movie.
from
He's gotta
from
put, like 6
from
hours
the
into
first
each one.
sprout in the dirt to the raping of the chief.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, it's so much worse. And like literally.
Someone should
There's
unironically
three.
yeah.
There's 3 slow motion grain harvesting montages in one of the movies.
Yeah, that
I
was the
forget
first
which
one.
one exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I don't know if there was
so
3 of them in one movie, but
awful.
there's one was in that one. Yeah.
No,
I'd say
well, no,
someone,
there's There's 3 in the extended cut, basically.
Jesus. Someone should
Yeah.
unironically get him to make a documentary about agriculture. Like,
Who?
Honestly,
Snyder.
yeah. No, like
Just like do a full cinematic, just go ham with all your style and all that, just jazz up this
Yeah.
boring documentary about agriculture and just get him to do it. Because clearly he finds it super thrilling.
yeah, no, and you know, I will say this: the man's got great like visuals in his movies,
Yeah.
but that's it. That's the only thing that's good. Everything else is garbage. The writing,
Like,
the
this
world
is
building, everything.
Bad.
And then like he includes random shit that just like
It's just taken from all the things.
doesn't make sense.
There's a lot of derivative bits just nicked from things and slapped in
Oh
there.
my god.
And he's like,
Yeah.
it's like something like 9-year-old kid would like make up.
Really? Literally.
Is
literally.
their like
Oh my god.
favorite movie?
It really is, because like the dude literally, it's so obvious that he's just like, oh, this is a cool sounding word or concept. I'm just gonna shove this in here,
Yeah.
haphazardly, because like I think it's the extended version of the second movie. The bad guys are like, oh yeah, send in the Cryptea, and like I'm a bit of a nerds when it comes to like historian, like the Cryptea were
You're
like.
a nerd?
Yeah, shut up. The Cryptea was the name of like the Spartan, the ancient Spartan like secret police basically, and I thought, oh, these guys are gonna be really cool, right? Like especially because the bad guy specifically names them. Yeah, like that they gotta be something special, right? Nope, they're just the same old goons that are just like flanking around the
Hired
good guy
goons.
defenses, and it's like. Okay, and then they die like 3 seconds after they say send in the Cryptea, and it's like,
So-
oh, okay, I thought it was gonna be a bit of a cool boss fight type shit, but no.
So my question, Swindle, is having watched the whole of the first one, you then decided
Yes.
to watch the whole of the second one, and then decided I'm going to watch the longer version of these.
Yeah, because I thought maybe the extended version, because like watch the fucking Justice League movie, right, in theaters, and I thought, well, this is kind of shit.
Yes.
And then like the extended version of that hit the theaters, and I was like, okay, this is better. I mean, it's still
it
still
escalated from
But-
-4 to -3. Yeah.
well, okay. I don't fucking measure shit. Whatever. It was a improvement. So I thought, okay, as shit as these 2 movies were, maybe the extended editions would be better. And I don't know how, but they're worse. Because it's just more shit that doesn't make sense.
Do you have a tendency to like buy a whole series of a video game in the hope that eventually
No.
it'll get good?
No, God, no. The one time I did anything close to that was whenever I pre-ordered Bloodlines 2, the second
That's
the
fair. I think a
pre-order-
lot of people fell for that one. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah, that's the closest I've gotten to that. I'm not that dumb. But no, I thought, okay.
You'll notice the silence that followed that statement.
Shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up.
The Discord just went quiet.
I'm absolutely stupid. Don't. I'm not, under any delusions about
I
that.
don't know why you watched even the second one after the first one, because I didn't even. I don't.
Because I thought maybe the cool robot guy would actually like do something, and no, the dude shows up for one scene. Even in the extended version, he shows up for one scene, blows up one tank, and then
I don't even remember that much. I remember the sickles cutting the wheat because I was just like, this is not ending.
oh yeah,
But I think
Yeah.
after that, at that point, I was like, I don't care about any of this whatsoever, and just turned it off. I don't think I even finished it.
God, yeah, no, I don't know what possessed me to watch all 4 movies basically, but I don't know, something must have possessed me to think, well, maybe it'll get better. I mean, I guess like the visuals were really good, and that's why I kind of was watching. I was like, okay, visually this is nice. Everything else is fucking garbage. But then it was just like it was like It was like watching a train wreck, I guess. I just couldn't take my fucking eyes off of it, I guess. I don't know. It was just so god awful. But it was
god awfully
somehow
dull.
I just
It's not
couldn't
even
shut
like
it off.
it's not even like awful and like it's really bad. This is worth looking at just to see how wrong you can go with something. It was just exceedingly dull. It was like Jupiter Ascending. That's what I thought of when I was watching it. I was like, this is just like Jupiter Ascending, except it doesn't have Mila Kunis for me to look at. So I'm completely uninvested.
You know what? Holy shit! Yeah, that's a great fucking parallel because I actually enjoyed. I mean, it was.
I can remember more about Jupiter Ascending. I can remember about.
Yeah,
Rebel Moon,
absolutely. I think the only reason I remember Rebel Moon is because it's so burned into my head.
So Mila Kunis is a cleaner.
Oh yeah.
Who's actually some genetic princess for an alien race, and the bees on Earth recognize this in her.
Reincarnation of a genetic reincarnation.
Yeah,
or some shit like that.
Guy.
It was some weird shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of kind of weird stuff to cover. Eddie Redmayne, whatever his name is like the emperor type guy, and I don't even remember why, but he's the baddie. Something to do with living forever. I can't really remember. And then what's his name? Played Gambit. What's that?
Oh, fucking not John Cena. What
Jump
am I
Street
talking about?
guy. What's his name? Laura.
Look, I literally just had it in my head.
What are you talking about? Colin Firth? From 22 Jump Street, 21 Jump Street.
Oh, oh my goodness.
I literally just had his name in my head, and now all I can think of is John Cena, and I know that's not.
Channing Tatum, yes, Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum is a bodyguard guy that's supposed to come protect her.
I always been Kid Taters.
He is in that sort of half wolfy, like, because they can't just come up with an original alien species. It has to be an animal, but an alien. So, and he has flying rollerblades. I think the whole thing was like the Empire was all big into like genetic engineering, so he's some sort of like dog that was uplifted or some shit. I don't know, it was weird. Anyway, he was a dog man, and then, but he had flying rollerblades, so he could skate in the air.
God,
I remember all of that from Jupiter Ascending.
Weird floating bits that aren't attached, like that ship drove me insane.
I remember all that from that one, but it was garbage. And then, but Rebel Moon, literally all I can remember is the slow motion cutting of the wheat, and just thinking, why the fuck is this in here?
I really thought it was okay.
What, Jupiter Ascending?
No, Rebel Moon.
What? Rebel Moon?
Oh my god, girl, no, please.
What are you talking about,
please,
man?
No.
Did you watch it though, or were you on your phone the whole time?
Rebel Moon was Oscar Isaac, wasn't it?
No, what? No. Wait.
Oh, okay, well, that's another.
You don't even know what she's
movie.
No, are you thinking of Dune?
What's the werewolf film he was in?
The
Oscar Isaac.
Film? Oscar Isaac? Are you not thinking kind of
honestly, if there was a werewolf in
Rebel Moon,
I wouldn't be
surprised. This is always interesting when Laura gets an idea. So where are we going? Right, what are you thinking it is, honey?
I thought it was like the Disney movie with Oscar Isaac, and he was like the wolf guy. He was a werewolf. And then he was in
Oscar Isaac?
And then he was in that like one-off Halloween movie.
Remember
we watched it in the wee shorts. It was a wee Halloween movie, and it was a werewolf movie.
Oh, you're thinking of the Marvel one that was in black and white?
Yes.
With Elsa Bloodstone. I can't remember what it was called.
No.
Yes, Elsa Bloodstone was the comic book character who's in it.
Oh, I'm thinking of Blood Moon is what it was called.
No, it wasn't called Blood Moon. I know what you mean. That wasn't it. I don't know if he was in
it. Anyway, there was a moon.
No, you're getting mixed up. He was Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Yeah, Moon Knight, not a werewolf.
No, but he was a werewolf in the black and white movie.
No, he
was
wasn't.
He not the wolfie?
No.
I thought he was wolfie.
He was in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which I didn't realise.
He was a wolf, was he not?
Honestly, Moon Knight.
To look up Oscar Isaac.
I'm looking at his IMDb. He was not in that.
Wait, I think I know which movie you're talking about, and it's
I know what she's talking about in
Oscar
Disney.
Isaac. It's Well, I don't think this werewolf movie was Disney at all, but it was. I don't think it was Oscar Isaac. I think it's fucking what's his name? Damn it. I'm so shit with names. Is his name like Benicio del Toro? I might be getting him confused with somebody else.
Benicio del Toro. Werewolf by Night is what Laura was thinking of. That was the Marvel series. It was in black and white. Was that a series or was it a movie? It was a special.
It was
It was on Disney Plus. Yeah, it was good, but
Shit! I didn't even.
he was not in it.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
Oh,
That's
he
cool.
says it
Oh,
says
if you
it
go
was
if you go Disney, you should watch it. It's
says
good.
in big bold. It says in big bold letters. Oscar Isaac has never portrayed a Wolfman character in
Yeah.
any film.
I was about to say I've never seen him in anything like that at all, but
Hang on, who was
yeah,
in?
honestly,
Who's
That's so,
in Werewolf by
no,
Night?
but that's so funny. It's like in capitals, and it was just like it was never.
No, he
But
was
yeah,
Moon
no.
Knight, which is where you're getting mixed up. But Moon Knight wasn't
Yeah.
a
Okay.
werewolf.
Okay, but was there
Yeah.
a werewolf in it?
no.
No, Moon Knight is. Remember, he's got like the Egyptian god. That's like
Oh,
He's got
okay.
split personalities. I think he's got like 3 personalities.
Yeah,
He turns into like the mummy
Yeah.
guy.
Okay. All right. Okay.
but yeah, no. Rebel Moon. I think the only reason I remember as much of it as I do is just because it was so garbage that I guess I was like. I hated the movies. I hated what I was watching so much that I was like, it circled right back around to being so invested in it just to see how bad it
Well,
was.
you did
and it
watch
just-
4 of them, but it must have taken up
Yeah,
like what 2, 4, 6, 8, probably about 10 hours of your life.
yeah, no, and yeah. If you haven't watched all of them, do not save yourselves.
It's okay. No one else is intending on doing that.
Yeah, but I just have
I
to.
take it you didn't like it either, Glenn. I think we talked about this already.
They're not
Hmm?
another
Rebelman.
vampire movie.
I haven't watched it.
Don't.
Yeah,
Not
don't
another
just whatever
vampire
you do.
movie out, or is that next year?
Which vampire one?
Is there not a big vampire movie coming out?
There was
like,
2
there was
coming out this year, but I don't remember. I haven't seen anything for anything, so it must be the later half of the year if there's
Yeah.
anything coming out. Werewolf is coming out next
Just, do
December.
you know if there's any vampire movies coming out? Because you're usually in the know. You go to the cinema.
Nothing immediately springs to mind, I'm afraid. The last big thing I could think of was the Robert Eggers version of Nosferatu. Since that, I don't know.
Let me
Hmm.
see here.
Remember seeing a trailer for Dracula: A Love Story, and that seemed.
Oh,
kinda
I
interesting,
watched
but-
Yeah,
that. Was
that was
like
Disney
oh,
Vampire. That was Disney
Yeah.
Vampire.
It was very odd.
It was Disney Vampire. That's literally what it was. You had
I
the
just
whole
saw it was
castle,
Disney
it had the
Va-
whole
it was
castle of
Disney
animated
Vampire.
gargoyles that were his little helpers. All they
Yeah.
had to do was sing a song, and it would have been Disney.
I just saw a clip of the one redhead vampire in the prison, and I was like, I might watch that.
There is a film called Half, an Indian Malayan action film about half-blooded vampires. There is Felix, a complex puzzle, a dark comedy involving a vampire bounty hunt for a missing organ. There is Night Patrol, which I think might be one I heard about, but I've not seen anything about
That
it
was
since
the
it
one
came
that
out.
you told me about. That looked really good.
Night Patrol.
Yes.
Okay, that came out in January, it says. There was The Blood Countess, a surreal vampire fantasia released in early 2026, which is set in
Ooh.
Vienna.
Vienna's
Brides, a
very
1960s period horror, reimagining vampire lore through a feminist lens. So it's probably more like Camarilla. Well, I mean, if you're not familiar, the vampire book that was out before Dracula was Camarilla, which was about a lesbian vampire.
That was a weird movie. I could see guys liking that movie, but it was not.
I can see guys liking that film about lesbians.
But it was just, I was like, oh my
Maybe
goodness.
other lesbians also, Laura.
Yeah. They did have a nice hot guy in it, so that kind of was okay.
Well, of
Well, yeah,
course,
they had
because
to
it's a
balance it
vampire
out.
film, so you need to have that.
Yeah.
Because you put a vampire film, you know it's going to
He
be women who
was-
see it.
He was.
If the vampires aren't
but
hot,
he
what's
got-
the fucking
he-
point?
Well, they're literally an
got
incubus,
eaten.
so...
Yeah, that too.
He got eaten, which was so sad.
Additionally, Dracula Rise of the Vampire, a British horror film, is set to be premiered in March. I haven't heard anything about like any of these except Night Patrol maybe.
Oh, fuck's sakes, my
That sounds
headset.
so much like it would star Danny Dyer and be terrible.
I mean, it's British, so it's going to be terrible. Because when was the last time a good British film was made?
Yeah, I think it's about time I buy another headset. One of the ears is kind of going dead. Every now and again it cuts out. I think it's like the cord or something is wiggled loose or something.
Yeah.
I was telling John about you know, why do we always have the wormy woman, the insect woman?
Yeah, she was like, why do you keep making all the people insect people and worm people? And I'm like, this is the second time it's happened. It's not happened a lot. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
It's always the women. The women are always
talking?
like
The first
wormy
person was
insect
Keen.
women.
We have, for one thing, I turned into a worm, and second of all, our I forget his name now, but the guy that was a
You had to guess the succubus. Okay.
he
That
got
The previous
infected.
one.
That wasn't a succubus and that wasn't an insect person either.
Yeah.
And then there was the wormy woman that's last.
Well,
You're getting all
it was
kind
a
of.
dude that started as a worm. He was disguising as a dude.
You're using
There's so
very
many
broad
wormy
generalizations on the themes and happenings here, Laura. Also, I have mentioned that these stories are all linked, so there will be some reoccurring things.
But
Yeah,
wormy
definitely.
Succubus people. Please don't make me a succubus.
She's only remembering all the times that it was women. She's forgetting all the times that it was guys.
Because it's only
There's
happened to
plenty of
women
guy
once.
creatures.
You mean like if you had a penny for every time we've encountered a terrifying worm woman, you would have 2 pennies, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't even have any because there's not been any worm women. But since we brought onto that,
Well, yeah.
yes, let's come back to where we were. So where did I do this? I went ahead and made a little diagram. And I actually moved the geometry around a little bit, which kind of made more sense as it
Don't
was
tell
drawn
us
out.
that we have to go and use the diagram.
No, you don't have to. This
Okay,
is just
good,
to show the
good.
layout. That's
Thank
not
you.
loud. I was testing it. I changed the. I basically switched it around, so it's on the other side because it just kind of made more sense when I was drawing it out. So you have the long passage here, which has like the lights running down it. When you turn the power on, those little string of lights lit up, and that also acts as like the power cable because the power. I described the generator, but the generator wouldn't be down here; it'd be up at the top, above ground, and it's just running a cable down here. So you've got the lights directly above this dentist chair in this area. You've got these like steel tables laid out with all the instruments on them. You've got the room up at the top here, which was the one where the bug lady ran into, and then you chased her back around into this main chamber. And then you've got this other little chamber off the side that you haven't been to yet. Now in this chamber you discovered a creature who seems to be a naked woman of Asian descent. And the body of something that's beetle-like. I want to be clear that it's not just like a beetle that's like attached to her. It's like a long, slender, cylindrical, almost kind of carapace extending out from the bottom half of her body. And at the end of it, it doesn't have antennae like you would imagine an insect to have. Instead, it has these 4 like tentacles, 2 longer ones, 2 shorter ones. Maybe the short ones maybe about 4 or 6 inches long, and the longer ones twice that. And you can imagine they're kind of like a finger without a bone in it. And they look very fleshy in contrast to the kind of hard and exoskeleton carapace that's extended out from her. The legs for this creature, it seems to be like her legs, it looks like, have like stretched out and extended and then came down at an angle. And as they've stretched out and extended, the skin kind of turns gradually, fades into like this hardened shell. And then the other 2 legs on the insect carapace are more insect looking like, and they come out from the carapace body itself. But it looks as if basically you can imagine looking at her as if she's like opened up her legs, and this thing is kind of birthed from her genitals outwards, but it's never left. Like, it's a part of her. Like, they are fused as one being. That's what it kind of looks like appearance-wise now. You can see the body lying in front of you with several gunshot wounds into the naked chest where Thomas has killed it. But you are down here in this place, brightly lit in this room. And this thing has just came to life. You've chased it around and then shot it a few times and it's died right in front of you all. Now, you've all taken stress. You've got insight has gone up, I believe, for most of you. As a realisation of like what this is and how this isn't something you can explain maybe like you could have done with the other thing before. There was some sort of mutation or person exposed to something has caused that to happen to like a human being, and now this is what they look like now. There's no way to really explain that to this woman. This is clearly something beyond the realms of what would naturally you would assume to be possible. So what happens now?
We'll probably need to take full of it, won't we? For evidence.
Yeah, seems like we'd probably need to want to get some kind of record of this,
You're all spies. I'm sure someone has a spy camera on them.
Alright, I'll take a picture of the carcass.
Yeah, Thomas has reloaded his gun, but is just keeping it trained and at the ready. And now I'm like, I want to say Thomas is like trying to listen to see if there's any more signs of any other things down here.
You would be able to
but
do
I
that.
think I'm mostly...
I'd say you would be able to do that, but because you let off these gunshots in such an enclosed area, I'm pretty sure you're all deaf right now from just your ears ringing.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Because this is a very
I was
enclosed area, shallow roof, do you know what I mean? Like, you would definitely like have hearing problems right now.
I was also going to volunteer that I'm probably very distracted by the unusual nature of this thing anyway, so don't imagine I would have been doing very well.
I believe like the three of you are like on one side of the chair and of this creature, and Jason, he chased it from the rear and taken a shot at it and missed, so he's on like the other side of the body.
God's name, what are they doing here?
Clearly signs of the chair being used for something hideous. There's blood stains all over it. And I think we described it as like a waste paper basket with like bloody rags and things like that in it, as well as all these instruments laid out on the tables.
Is there any sign of like a desk with any kind of like records of what they were doing, anything like that?
Not in this room, no.
Yeah, I'm kind of aware of the fact that we've seen the thing, but we don't have any like real evidence that links it to Li Feng.
We didn't check that room that it ran out of. There's that hallway down there. Someone ought to check it as well.
Yeah, the room to the north, yeah.
I hate to say it, but we're probably going to need to check that out.
Yeah, I mean, Jason's like right up next to it, so you can go back and Jason. So this seems to be the room where they're storing most of their digging tools. There's like pickaxes and shovels. There's crates full of like dirt and rock that they've been like for hollowing out the section, and there's a couple of other boxes lying around there. And that's mostly again like tools, big heavy duty screws, chains, manacles, all the sort of like furniture elements of the setup here. Obviously they weren't done digging this place out and they weren't finished setting up whatever they were setting up in here. But this is that room there is holding all like the materials they would need to like finish whatever they were doing. And if you were curious enough to poke your head along the passage on the left there, which is a very small passage again, there is like a sliding how to describe this? You know, in elevators you get that sliding door you slide out and it's like a metal crisscross gate thing.
Yeah.
Like they've used one of those as like the gate to seal off that end room, and that has been like pulled over and locked. So you can see into the room there at the end, but it's like, you just have to bust this open to get in.
Is there any chance of trying to pick the lock on it, or would it have to be like brute force?
Yes, it would not be a complicated one. Try to think. Yeah, I mean, you're not really constrained for time, but gunshots have been let off, so maybe you are sort of in a rush if you want to roll 2 dice.
Sure.
Oh, easy. Yeah, I mean, it's a very basic lock. Very easily picked. You don't even need to apply a lot of like your spy skills to it. It's just something that's you've done so many times now, you can just insert it and find the latch and turn it around and it opens just fine. Yeah, in here, there are like shelves with books, like actual books, as well as like journal pads, which is like paper that's been written on one side. There are jars of what looks like organs, body parts, and not all of them are like stationary. Like there are ones where there are things wriggling about in the fluid of the jar, and amongst all the bloody miasma inside it. Not miasma, but all the bloody gore inside it. You can see things wriggling around, like little flatworm-looking things flapping around like a heart in like a big jar. You can see other body parts that are kind of like twitching still inside the jar. There's a lot of these, like dozens of these jars stacked up on the shelving unit in the one corner.
Is there anything among the like notepads and things that looks like it's been recently used?
Yeah, there'll be one like lying out that's open at page. You can see it's handwritten Chinese.
Would I have enough knowledge of Chinese to be able to read it?
Are you fluent enough that you can read Cantonese?
I feel like I would be passable at it, but maybe not like
Sure, I think Suki's
completely 100%.
Suki will be able
Yeah.
to decipher anything that you can anyway, and I think Tom's good at languages as well. I haven't written this out here, but it will be general describing a procedure being applied to subject, which describes like a young female. Exposure to the dragon stone. 3 drops of the dragon's blood for the metamorphosis or the development to determine suitability and compatibility. And then there's like a mark that's like dated for the next day after that, which was a few days ago from now, which just crosses out and it says subject unacceptable.
Does it say anything about future subjects?
No, none of the other notes in it are going to describe similar procedures, all labelled for like young women, but it doesn't give any names for anybody. It doesn't have anything scheduled for. It lists blood type, like suitable blood type, AB negative. It has ones that were like earlier ones that had different blood types, and obviously through a process of elimination they've determined that it has to be someone with an AB negative blood type. And then it lists like physical features of the subject that might be of interest, if they have any internal defects, health conditions. They're cataloguing this subject is exactly in this condition when we applied this to them to see if they're compatible, and all of them are failures.
This is very disturbing.
And I believe you had the note from Bruce's case files, which he was investigating 11 women that have gone missing. The record here is far longer than 11 people.
Mark, do you want to take some photos of that? There's, for evidence, and there's more than...
Yeah, I mean, I think we should probably take the notepad, but also, like, I'll take a photograph of it for reference.
Sure.
Is there any kind of common theme among, like, the books on the shelves? Like, is there any kind of indication of, like, the nature of the research that they're doing? Like, is it...
biology, medicine, genetics. Obviously in the 60s there was a lot of different theories about genetics and how it all worked and that kind of thing. There's books that are in English, there's books that are in Chinese, there's books that are in German, there's books that are in Japanese.
There's no indication of anything like connected to mythology or like
or magic
occult?
or the occult. No,
Yeah.
nothing like that. They're all science books. And I mean, not being experts on the field, it'll, some of them look like quite recent and like for somebody who has in-depth knowledge of the field, at least to your layman's eyes.
There's no clues as to like where Bowling Fang and
Well, anybody who wants to have
anybody
a
else
deep investigation can roll 2 dice.
I'm here. Peter's acting.
Yep. Anyone
think
who
I
wants,
will.
anyone who wants to do a deep investigation, like really getting into the drawers and under the rubble that's been dug out and checking the waste paper basket and that kind of stuff. There are a small pile of papers which someone has attempted to burn in a bin, a basket, or a tin bucket perhaps. And this is a receipt for a wash house which could be located in the Nga Sin Way district, which is to the east end of Hong Kong Island. It is a large slum migrant settlement, and perhaps where they purchased all the cleaning products that you found upstairs, if you remember, all the bleach and stuff. But other than that, they seem to have been very particular about leaving evidence that would link you to anywhere else. There's no fingerprints, anything like that. They've obviously used the clean products and stuff that are upstairs to like wash down surfaces.
Sounds like that's our best bet on where to go next.
Yeah, that's basically the only lead we have.
Is it?
If there's nothing else, we should probably get out of here, I guess. The gunshots are gonna arouse some considerable suspicion, I would imagine.
Yeah. Let's get back. Hopefully Ming's still up there.
Okay, you ascend the sloping passageway that brought you down here in the first place. You climb the ladder back up into the cage. You walk through the cage, through a little passage, into the other little passage that's on the exterior of the building. Ming is no longer standing there waiting for you. And you look up and down the alley, there doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Fucking knew it.
Do you think they all scattered when they heard the shots?
Yes.
Probably. And I did shoot it at a lot. We all kind of shot at it a lot. We can't stay here.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, do we just try and retrace our steps to get back out? There's no, like, obvious sign of, like, any doors or passage that would lead out back outside.
Well, I mean, it's
We have to...
it's a labyrinth of like alleyways and spaces between buildings, basically. And it's not just like two-dimensional. You need to go like up and around things because you went up on platforms and down stairways and ladders and stuff like that to get here. So I mean, you can try and find your way out that way. You had a lot of like noises of people just living in and around here when you came in. You know, kids crying, couples arguing, stuff like that. It's all very subdued and quiet now. You can maybe like hear a child crying, like muffled somewhere from one of the buildings.
Gonna try to ignore how it suddenly got quieter, but Tom's gonna try to figure out which direction he thinks that they came from, and is gonna try to like walk that way.
Okay, roll one dice.
Yeah, come on, guys. I think we came this way.
Sure. I mean, you're not that sure at first, but quickly you see like laundry hanging up that you recognised. You see a stairway that you clearly remember coming down by the graffiti. You pass like a door that's like painted green, where there's the rest of them are all kind of blues and reds, and you're like, aha, this does look familiar. This is the right path. And in a short amount of time, you find yourself coming to an alleyway that kind of opens up to the exterior of the walled city. And there's like a grassy area around the edges of it before it goes into the streets of Hong Kong proper. Or Kowloon proper, I should say. No sign of the gang of young men that were hanging around. I mean, you didn't come across anybody else in the passageways when you were exiting.
That's odd.
When we look back when we're looking out into the surrounding streets, does everything look normal as we get further away from the walled city?
Yes, and you get that surreal kind of feeling that you might get sometimes when you've just experienced something, and then all this kind of normal life is just going on around you.
I think as we were continuing, like before we like got to the exit of Kowloon, I think periodically Tom would have probably like shouted down other alleyways and streets, you know, calling out for Meng. Just like trying to get any.
Sure, and maybe
response.
occasionally you heard a door slam or something like that, as people were like, "Nope, not my business."
Yeah, fair.
So, yeah.
How do you guys want to do this? I mean, I guess probably our next port of call is going to be the address that we found listed in the basement. But you know, do you want to go back and like, do you need to report in or anything, or?
Maybe report in because we've got all the stuff.
Yeah, you got photos of the of that thing, right?
Yeah, I got photos of the creature.
I mean, if I can suggest, despite everything else, and you did have time in the train, like I think you haven't really like sat down and laid out. Here's what we have. Here's what we think. To get a good idea of what we all kind of think is going on.
Yeah.
I mean, we could like, you know, take a breather and try and suss out like what we want to do next. So, you know, like go back and get a meal or something before we head out again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need to get our story straight before we need to figure out what the hell we're even reporting.
Do you want to go somewhere public for that? Would that feel more comfortable for you, or do you want to go back to like one of your rooms?
I say we go public or like fully slave.
Sure. Do you want to go to a bar, or do you want to go to like a restaurant?
Restaurant. I think we all could you do with some food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to one here in Kowloon? And there's very touristy main street areas you can go to that are nice and busy that you've been to before. Or do you want to get hop on the ferry back to Hong Kong Island where you all kind of stay and stuff like that and go there?
Yeah, I think we distance ourselves from Kowloon just in case.
Yeah.
I think we should travel separately though if we're like heading out of Kowloon, you know, if we go in two groups.
Oh yeah, you want to split up?
Yeah.
I just want to split up.
Hold on.
Oh no, don't split up. I know what he's doing.
Did you hear his voice?
No.
Just,
okay.
Yeah, just go in twos.
Yeah.
Well, it's just two and two. We'll be fine. I mean, we already know that we're being watched. It's a good way of
like how Dark did that.
confusing whoever's watching us.
Alright, Jason, you have thoughts.
Yeah, that's metaphor.
I'm going with Mark because I'm gonna be safe if I go with Mark. So go with Mark.
All right, let's go in twos
first.
Okay, and you want to do what you've traditionally done so far, where you're splitting up Brits and Americans.
Yeah. Because I guess Suki feels safe with Mark.
Even though neither of them have a firearm, and both of you have firearms.
Yeah,
which,
and the Americans have two each.
Despite the British thinking the Americans have gone OTT with the guns, you've needed them a couple of times.
Yeah. Maybe we have to rethink carrying weapons.
Maybe.
Might be time.
That's
maybe
my
that's
every time you asked me if I'm bringing a gun. Yeah, I'm bringing both. Fuck that shit.
Entirely justified with the ammunition stuff. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if the Brits want to go off in one direction, you just go off in the other, and then you're going to meet up at a restaurant. I mean, probably a well-known, busy restaurant, which wouldn't seem unusual on Hong Kong Island. That's fine.
Definitely.
All right. So yeah, I imagine you just go off, you just get a taxi or a rickshaw or whatever to get to the ferry, and then you're going to hop on a ferry, separate ferries. They're every 15 minutes anyway. And this isn't very late at night, I don't think. So you'll be able to get them no problem. But if you can have everybody roll 2 dice, because you're all spies and you're trained, for investigate, just to make sure no one's following you, or there's nothing suspicious.
Occupation and human.
Yes. Interesting. So
no.
Mark and Suki use head off. Do you just want to get a taxi or a rickshaw?
Let's get a rickshaw.
Okay, I think those are more common, easier to get. I mean, the taxi's not much different because it's just a guy in a bicycle usually anyway. Yeah, so you'll be able to hop in that very quickly. I think Suki particularly would notice right away that the guy who is your driver pulling the cart, the rickshaw, has tattoos on his arms, which would clearly indicate he's a member of some sort of gang or triad. Not surprising given where you're coming from, but clearly he is a member or associate of one of these organizations, as he says, sure, we just want to go, and you say ferry, and he says no problem, and he starts taking you off down the narrow streets of Kowloon.
But he takes us to the ferry, yeah.
And he's taking you in the correct direction, yes. There are a number of other taxis kind of crisscrossing lanes and roads as you get taken along. He kind of stops at one just for a second to get his breath back. Turns around to you, Suki, and flashes you a grin.
Hello.
You have a good time in the city tonight?
Yes, it was most enjoyable. Be glad to get home.
Is this your man? Husband?
Yes, this is my husband.
Gives you a nod.
We're newlywed.
Newlywed Kowloon. You visiting family?
Was visiting friends.
A pretty lady like you and rich husband in Bold City. It's a bit strange.
Well, we have friends from all backgrounds in life.
He takes you to the ferry and clearly charges you the tourist rate that you would pay for such a journey.
Just relieved that they got to the ferry, so yeah.
Yeah, just pay him and act like we're tourists and don't know any better.
Very polite. Takes your money and leaves. American friends.
In the walled city.
American friends, how would you like to travel?
By car or?
Yeah, I was about to say
Call
car.
a cab. Yep, there are tons of cabs in operation at this time. I mean, historically, what happens is there's a whole bunch of taxi companies, and it's all, gangsters that fucking run them because it's a cash business. And then one by one, they kind of get eaten up. And by the 70s, it's only a handful of companies that still run the whole city. But at this point, there's dozens of companies. So you're able to call one. Absolutely no problem at all. This beat up car pulls up. It's in good, I say beat up. It's old, but I mean, it's in fairly good condition. You get in, it smells of tobacco. The guy in the driver's front, he's smoking. There's no radio or anything like that. It doesn't look like it's officially licensed as a taxi. It just says taxi on the side. And he just nods at you when you see him pull up. You just get into the back of the car and he goes, "Where are you going?"
Ferry, my good man.
Starts driving. Good time tonight?
It was alright. A little boring.
Late night for Bald City tourists. You have your friends there?
Did he pick us up directly at the walled city, or
Just outside, I imagine, when you get to the streets again, yeah.
yeah, just checking out the architecture.
Yeah, architecture. Where are you going now? You looking for a casino?
To ask you that, are we gonna go home or?
Oh yeah, we're definitely looking for a casino.
My cousin runs a house if you want to play cards.
Yeah, and Tom is absolutely not interested in a casino, but he's feigning, very interest in gambling and stuff like that, just to not trusting this guy and not forfeiting anything.
Oh, well, I mean, in that case, he's going to go, okay, and he turns around. in the other direction.
Wait, no.
Takes you down the street.
Oh, what you
Ferry-
doing?
You want casino, yes?
Or casino in Hong Kong, I thought, because we're wanting
Yeah,
to go back
casino
that
Hong
way.
Kong. My cousin runs a house. He plays cards, poker, bridge.
And we want to
So, I want-
go across the ferry first.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's not across the ferry. He's here, Kowloon.
It's nice. We want to go
We-
across the bridge, though.
Oh, so
I
you know want to gamble.
I don't want to gamble, but, you know.
Okay, you want girls?
Oh, thanks.
No, we want to go back to the ferry.
Oh, okay, I see. And he looks a little put out. And turns the taxi around
We're
again.
disappointed, just that we had a very rough day.
Yeah, so he's going to take you a route that seems much longer than the route you took to get here. And you have to pay a lot more than you paid to get here initially. But he will eventually
That's
get
fine.
you to the ferry.
Oh,
And-
really?
And as you pull up to the ferry and get off, and whichever one of you is pays. So it's standing there, and there's quite a crowd of people waiting to go over at this time of night, because they're going out for the night or they're coming back from somewhere. And at the edge of the crowd, Jason, you see that figure, that tall, dark figure that you saw at the racing that day. Just sort of standing there.
At the ferry?
Yeah, at the edge of the crowd waiting for the ferry. Like tall, hunched shoulders. Maybe he's wearing a dark jacket. He's definitely got like a dark hat on, which isn't that unusual for the time period.
Excuse me, I gotta talk to an old friend, and I go towards him.
Tom, I mean, you just clock where Jason's going, and then maybe just see in the corner of your vision a dark figure at the edge of the crowd, and you put two and two together as he moves away from you.
Okay, I think I would try. I tried not to make it obvious that I've clocked the figure, but I want to sort of casually move, like take kind of a long roundabout way and just try to like essentially flank the figure.
Circle around, kind of.
So that way,
Yeah, so Jason, you
so
go
that way
straight through
me
the crowd
and
towards the figure, and the figure just like
Mhm.
casually turns to his back to you and starts like walking away at a slow pace.
I start power walking towards him in a fast pace.
Sure. You burst through the people, the crowd, and it's kind of just like a cobblestone kind of area where they would haul up like a fishing vessel or something like that to get it out of the water. So it like slopes down to the water, and the figure's on the other side of this like slope with their back still to you, and they're just kind of walking along the water's edge. And Tom, as you come around like the side, and you can see Jason, and the figure just sort of like obscured from your sight for a second by like the edge of a ticket office. But you're within like dashing distance of him, Jason. What do you want to do?
A gesture to Cal. I'm gonna go try to get him. What are you saying, gesture?
You want to like walk up and grab him, or how are you doing this?
I was asking Calvin. I was gonna go if it was a good idea or bad idea. I'm gesturing it.
closer to him than me, and but you would see me reach into my coat for where my gun is.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. All right, I go after him.
Tell me exactly how you're approaching them.
Oh, you said there was a slope there or something?
Yes, to your left, like is water side, and the water, the cobblestone just kind of slopes down into the water. It's obviously where like they release boats from and pull them back out of the water from.
Or any like junk or it's just all just wood and cardboard.
There'll be like metal hoops sticking out the ground for tying up the ropes when they tie a vessel. There'll be like a rail that they use to slide the boats down and haul them out with. there'll be like a big rope, a big coil of rope just by the water's edge, and probably one of those like life rafts life rings that they would throw out to somebody if they were in the water.
Take the raft, take it down, and just ride it down the slope on it.
Well, he's not down the slope of the figure, he's on the opposite side of it. He's like walked past it, he's on the walkway on the other side.
This slope is do I have to jump it or anything?
No, I mean, you can just walk across it. It's just an angled bit of ground.
Yeah, I go towards it. Yeah, I go through it, or be careful.
Yeah, you close the distance. I mean, that person doesn't look to be in a rush. They're not running away from you. They're not even looking at you. They're just like tall. They look very thin at this point. They look very tall. But like when you can close the distance easily enough. But what do you want to do when you get to them?
Once I get a good close to him, I walk on the side of him. This is the third time I saw you, sir.
Sure.
Where are you?
Come up behind them, and you're just coming up to move alongside them. And as you do so, they kind of like shrug their shoulders. And as they shrug their shoulders, the jacket just kind of like falls off them. And then there's just nothing there. No person, no jacket.
Have to roll stress?
If you want to, sure.
I'm good.
No, I think you should.
Gonna
roll
run
stress.
up to. Run
Oh,
up
because
with my gun
I'm
out.
more frustrated now, because I'm just like, wait till Calvin comes up.
Yeah, I mean there was
Yeah.
someone tangible, solid looking right there, and just in the flitter motion of like that dropping away, it's not there.
I saw that as well, or
Yeah, I think so.
just
I'm rubbing my
go up to
temple.
where the figure was standing and just like, where the fuck did he go?
Tell you the truth, I don't know, but I'm happy that I'm not the only one who saw it. He was also at the track, as well. And what is going on?
There's no jacket on the ground. There's just
Nope, nothing.
like he was never there.
Like there's not anyone there. You feel like someone is still watching you. You're both like looking around, there's a crowd of people, there's people walking by, but you feel like someone is watching you.
Taxi guy's gone, isn't he?
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's go.
We have to meet the others.
So Mark and Suga, you get to the restaurant a little while before those two do, because you got on the ferry before them. You just get in there, you book a table. I'm assuming you want the same kind of setup as before, towards the back, so you've got a view of all the exits and stuff like that, yes?
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
wise.
You sit down, and you aren't sat down there for more than a couple of minutes before a server comes over to you. It says, Mr. Ballard.
That's me.
There's a phone call for you behind the bar, sir.
Okay. I'll go over and answer the phone.
Okay. I assume you just say hello or something.
Hello?
Mark Ballard. It's an English
Yes.
voice.
Who am I speaking to?
This is London.
I see. London's a big place, you know.
They will say the second part of whatever the recognition code is to verify that it is London Control that's speaking to you.
Code recognized.
What's your progress on Mordred?
We've made some inroads into investigating the last known associate of Slater that was significant to the case, a man known as Li Feng. He appears to have been involved in organ trafficking. We have not yet determined his whereabouts, but we feel the situation is escalated.
I've seen the report for the village. What did you find there?
We found bodies that had been brutalized in a way far and exceeding what one would expect an ordinary human fight to have done to another body.
And the Black Dragon?
We have reason to believe that the Black Dragon is an alias of Li Feng.
Your priority is to contact this Li Feng and bring them in.
You say bring them in. Are they known to us, Control?
We must speak to Mordred. If Li Feng is the Black Dragon, Li Feng is Mordred. They are very
All right.
dangerous, so approach with caution.
Alright, message received. We'll attempt to make contact as soon as possible.
It just clicks.
What was it?
We're being urged to make contact with Li Feng. Control seemed to know more than we were originally told. It sounds like Li Feng is already known to them. They're aware that he is the Black Dragon.
Do you think they're the mole?
I don't know that they're the mole necessarily, but it sounds like that they must have had some arrangement with British security previously. If we have that phone number from them that we got from the notepad, then we could try that.
Do you think we should trust them? You know, sure trust level.
Should we trust
Control.
Should we trust the?
As in, do you think the controller was trustworthy?
I have my suspicion that they know something that they're not telling us. I think that there is a link between Control and the Black Dragon, which may indicate some kind of how can I put this, arrangement between them, which is not in the interest of Queen and country.
Okay, so it might not be the mole, but it might be just they've dug a little bit deeper into the situation, yeah?
Yeah, it sounds like their connection is more than a professional arrangement.
As our Americans come down the street where the restaurant is that you're meeting the other two at, you hear someone yell from across the street, "James! Hey, James!" And James, look over and you can see the other CIA agent you were introduced before, Kaisu. And he makes his way across the street to the two of you. "Hey, James, Calvin. Hey, how you guys doing?"
Yeah, we're all right.
Look, I heard about the Detective Bruce. He's in a really bad state in the hospital, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be really careful if I were you guys.
What does that mean?
Well, you know he was investigating the Triad, right? That's who you're following up on.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be careful.
How did you know we were here?
He just smiles. I know Hong Kong. Right, look, I've got a meeting I've got to go make, but you guys take care, okay?
Just kind of look to Jason.
Like, shakes your hand, pats you on the shoulder, walks off in the direction you came from.
You said he leaves in the direction that we came from?
Yeah, it's like he was on the other side of the street, and then he, like when he bumps into you and he keeps walking past you.
Ah, okay, I see.
Merely a coincidence. But you just go to the restaurant and you can see Suki and Mark sitting there. I'm going to get a drink. You guys can figure out what you know and what you don't know.
Get me a drink too. Danko. Diet Coke is empty. I should just get a wee bell, shouldn't I? And just have it like ring.
Boy,
He's like,
yeah.
What did you think about like the whole under the ground and we're in Kowloon?
That was lovely.
Yeah.
I don't think I would give it 5 stars on TripAdvisor.
No, definitely not.
No. Maybe a 2.5.
Yeah.
I don't even think it would warrant that high. That's generous.
Yup.
It was a bit dirty, but people were friendly.
I thought it looked like a wee bear, like, you know, the way he'd drawn the, what's called, the sort of
The little
chair.
face was there, yeah, I
his
saw that
wee
as well, yeah.
face. Yeah. I
Just feeling
actually
good about
saw
being
like the
scared.
wee bear ears and everything. I was like, this
Yeah.
is like a wee polar bear.
The fuck you talking about, polar
No.
bear?
We were talking about the chair.
It doesn't have a
It's like a
fucking
wee
face. It's
face.
maybe a shadow.
It had a face, I saw there was a
Okay.
face. Who else said they saw a face? How many people?
Okay, I'll make it faces and things watching you. Fine.
Oh god, no.
So I'm interested to hear, in character, what you think is going on now.
I left you a message, Mark.
Well, don't do that. Just tell us so we all know. Because I know you've been messaging each other stuff, but I want to hear it.
Message it. Me and Glib don't message each other.
It's because you two don't like each other as much.
Well, that's not true.
I'm not saying you don't like each other. I'm saying you don't like each other as much as Laura loves Alan.
That's probably true.
Yeah. I do love Alan. I always think he's got a great voice.
Thank you.
She just likes it because you save her life all the time.
Yeah, that's all it is.
She doesn't trust the other two to do it.
Well,
Yeah,
we have
because she
had-
knows I'm not
you know
going
what?
to.
Do you know what? We had Disclosure Scotland traumas. We worked in Disclosure Scotland. So come on, we have connection.
Right, anyway, I want to hear what your characters think about what's happening, so let's hear it.
Yeah, it's sounds like more people know about the Black Dragon than they've been previously letting on.
One mention of Black Dragon was the first time I've heard of it.
Oh yeah, I think you weren't there for the when we went to the village. Kolchak's last words were that Li Feng is the Black Dragon.
One thing I also think you've missed is you've had the coded message, which you figured out was a hexagram, but then you also had the cipher. You've never actually
Oh yeah, we never did anything with that. Yeah.
deciphered it.
That's right, yeah, we need to fucking decipher that shit today. Yeah, no, Kolchak's words wasn't Li Feng was Black Dragon, it was Black Dragon.
You guys also have a couple of reports that you haven't allowed the Americans to see yet, so I don't know if any of that is valid.
We need to
secretive.
we need to have a discussion about that. I think.
Well, let's hear the discussion.
We fucking gave you everything.
It's because we give you like a loads. You give us like what you had, which was like.
Okay, so given what you know, so let's hear then.
Which we had.
Since both British agents are here right now, and he's on BRB, let's hear the British agents. What they think has happened and who they think is involved.
Do you want to go, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, it's the main thing that eludes me is why at this point, because if we assume that Li Feng is the Black Dragon, then he is presumably the one behind this, these human experiments that are going on, and I'm assuming that Kolchak got too deep into this and had to be eliminated. Maybe he was going to talk to someone else, either the Western powers or the Russians, about what was going on. By the sounds of things, Slater got the measure of what was going on and got like freaked out about it and wanted out, is what I'm guessing happened there.
I feel like Slater made a deal with Kolchak, and I think Li Feng got wind of it, and that's why he was bumped off.
That's possible. Maybe they both wanted out.
Yeah.
Possible. I think Kolchak was definitely smuggling for whether it was for bowling specifically or if it was or fucking Li Feng, or if it was like, Li Feng's, whatever organization that Li Feng is a part of, this Red Dragon, I think that's what they were called.
The East Sun Tribe.
Yeah, or
yeah, potentially there may be another. I guess potentially there may be another organization like within or above that.
Yeah, and I think Kolchak was definitely smuggling for that group at the very least, and Slater met with Kolchak as a way of getting closer to this organization, and I think Slater just got too close to the truth, probably slipped up, made a mistake, and then they killed him just to keep the secret. And I think Kolchak probably just outlived his usefulness, and once again was also just too close to risk letting him live, especially since the Soviets were also after him. Liquidate him.
What do you say, Laura?
I was gonna say as well, maybe there isn't, maybe there's not a mole in the, in the MI6. Maybe it's just that it could be that Slater was just too deep in it, and it just felt like there was a mole and there might have not been. However, saying that, Bruce, what happened to Bruce was quite, there must have been some sort of mole. And I'm wondering how, as well, that's another piece of the puzzle I feel like we haven't really delved into either. I know we have to go and find Li Feng and stuff, but we also haven't delved into who's the corrupt, in MI6, who's the corrupt person,
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we believe that
doesn't mean that
branch
don't exist.
Yeah,
Special branch. We found out. We've learned from our sources that special branch is absolutely compromised, to the highest degree. We believe the organization that's been doing all this stuff. I think they've got their fingers in a lot of pies. and it goes all the way up apparently. Now, not to say that Bruce isn't a good guy or isn't trustworthy, but I think what happened to him was, again, because he was sniffing about Li Fang's operation, and I mean he was found outside Kowloon City beaten up, so I think him looking for those missing girls got too close to where they were doing whatever experiments they were doing down there, and beat him up.
Oh, it could be as well the Bruce guy. He could have been, part of the mole team, but he got too close.
I mean,
it is an option, isn't it? Kind of, yeah.
I suppose, but I mean, I don't know anything about the mole. That's your organization's thing. We do know that Special Branch is compromised, like almost completely.
So the general
they have connections to. Oh, sorry.
No, on you go.
I was just gonna say they've been compromised by this organization that's been doing all this stuff that are behind Reese Slater and all the rest.
So who do we think the organization or persons is in that case?
I believe it. I still believe it's the one that Slater had the problem with. That guy that Slater had the problem with. The one. The case manager guy.
Poole, the station master for MI6 in Hong Kong?
Yeah. I still have him under suspicion.
Tom's not sure about the mole's connection in all of this, but he's convinced that the culprits are, as he was told, a terrorist organization clearly experimenting with some new kind of weapon.
How does that square with the bug lady?
That's a little fuzzy.
How is your mind dealing with fitting that into the logic of that?
That's a little fuzzy. I think.
See, my thing is as well is that we've not visited that castle place yet. I feel as if that's where we're
Castle
gonna get
Peak is a very
answers.
new. It's only 3 years old. Massive psychiatric unit which replaced the old asylums and stuff that they used to have in the area. So it's a very modern psychiatric unit, is what it is.
Yes, but it's very new. It's only 3 years old, and then this is very new, isn't it? So this is just recently all these things have been happening. So, it's a wee bit of a coincidence, isn't it? So.
Well, I mean, so the pathologist was sent there because of the incident in the morgue.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's where you would send somebody who had mental health issues because it's the leading place to send them just now.
But we didn't see him, did we?
No,
No, we didn't see him.
You were just told that's what
we were
happened.
just told that that's what happened to him. But maybe that's not what happened to him. Maybe he's experimenting on people in the Castle Peak, and he's there under as that alias thing of one of the patients. We don't know. It could be genuinely a patient, but it could be that he's working there.
Well, that would be very easy for you to figure out by just visiting guess.
Yes.
That would put that to bed.
Yeah.
Do we know what he looks like?
So I've heard from you about Castle Peak, Li Feng, this organization, shady as that is kind of is, or cloudy as that might be. What about Red Horseman? Do you feel like you have an idea of who they are?
I feel like Red Horseman is like the triad people.
See, I don't think so. I think Red Horseman's to higher up. I think Red Horseman's someone in the organization. And similarly, I don't think Li Fang is Black Dragon. I think Li Fang is just middle management. I don't think he's the guy at the top. He might be trusted with, more of the stuff's plans, but I think he's just there to run the triad and help out the organization's plans, but I don't think he's like the mastermind.
What about you, Glenn? Do you have any thoughts on who Red Horseman is, or what role they play?
Oh.
No. Fair enough.
Still wonder who the tall man is.
Sure. So that's another thing. Especially now. I mean, are you telling these two that you bumped into the tall man on your way here?
That tall man from the ferry came back. This time, I know I wasn't seeing things because Calvin saw it. And I went to approach him.
I think this is Calvin's first time seeing the tall man. Every other time it was
I've seen him as well, so that's quite
So
scary.
Mark's the only one that hasn't seen him now.
Yeah, Mark's the only one that hasn't.
Who do we think the tall man is? How does that tie in? Also, how does your mind tie in and explain someone just disappearing like that as well?
Do you think maybe the tall man is Li Fang?
That would be a crazy.
There's a lot. You don't send the boss out there to do like grunt work, like spying on people. And even then, how he disappeared, could be some ninja shit. That's weird. I don't know about that. How he's able to just.
So Tom's thinking is that the Shady Organization, Red Dragon, Black Dragon are people high up in those organizations who you have not encountered yet. That's your basis. Okay.
Yeah,
Jason,
we haven't encountered them yet.
Yeah, does Jason think anything different to that, or is that what you're kind of thinking as well?
Yeah, I'm slowly leaning to that now, because it's like, why does this guy just keep coming around?
I mean, clearly we're being watched, and I think the organization knows that we're kind of sniffing around their shit. And I think that's who the tall man is. He's this organization's answer to keep tabs on those four.
Yeah, so I have a question. If we see him again, what do you want to do about it? You want to try to capture him, or?
I mean, I think we have to.
Right.
With extreme prejudice.
Yeah, probably. Half a mind to shoot him as soon as we see him. That way, he can't do that disappearing shit.
Listen, I'm all about.
That's a bit too far. Come on.
So Tom and Jason, you're thinking also that the red man is also someone higher up in an organization. Is that what you're saying?
Or the red man, the tall man. There's a lot of mans, dude.
Tall man, red horseman, black dragon, red dragon. Assuming they're all people.
Man. Yeah.
Do you think that he might be, there just to intimidate because he's tall and they've just picked a tall man just to kind of intimidate us?
But okay,
I
just
look
being
at
tall
her
doesn't make you scary.
Yes, big, tall, scary men are very scary, aren't they, Susan?
That's true.
Yes,
this is the other thing, because Jason is a tall
scary.
guy, but this guy that you're following, Jason, looks tall to you.
Yes, big, tall, scary men. Men are very scary.
He hasn't done anything other than just sort of watch us. And then fucking vanish every time we try to follow him.
Who do the Brits think Red Horseman is, or how he ties into it?
feel like he's like either, he's like they were saying, he's like, he runs the network as in around, you know, in Hong Kong and stuff like that, and he's got his kind of hands in all the sort of
Pies.
What is it? Hands in all the pies.
Fingers in the pies, yeah.
Fingers in the pies, yeah. Fingers in the pies. I'm not good with the.
Okay, so you think he's
things.
like kind of like an agent? He's got what assets around? Okay.
Yes.
So do you? I mean, if you think he's like an agent type, do you think he's like a British agent, an American, one of the Chinese, maybe?
I think he might be
Soviet even.
I think he might be what's called one of the because I think he might be one of the Soviet ones actually.
What about you, Mark?
I'm starting to wonder if is it possible that the Red Horseman is a distraction to turn us away from the real people at the top of the heap here? Because one thing that I'm starting to wonder, if Li Feng is the black dragon, is there any chance that the red dragon would be Control? Because it seems that
Sorry, are
there
you
is an existing link.
suggesting? Are you also suggesting now to the Americans that the person in charge of your whole intelligence organization, or at least one of the heads, is some sort of operative involved here in China?
Well, the problem is
Yes.
that if I try to keep that from the Americans, because in a sort of meta sense, they were privy to the conversation that I heard, the phone call that I got at the restaurant. So
Yeah, but I mean that's because
Yeah.
meta-wise, it's more interesting if they know you're holding information
Yeah.
from them.
I guess, yeah.
I purposely do not write down anything in my notes unless Tom was present and aware of this information.
by other players knowing that things are being lied to and going on, it increases the sense of tension.
Yeah,
I mean, we already know by your own admission that you haven't that there's some stuff that you haven't shared with us. So,
But yeah, so I
Yeah.
mean,
we
would
already
you,
kind of have that
would
already.
you be expressing this suspicion to the Americans, and thereby admitting that you think your whole agency might be corrupt?
I'll just mark it as
I would a wee bit kind of like no.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say, like, someone within MI6 could be the Red Dragon,
Right.
is what I'm beginning to suspect.
Double agent or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
My last question then, I think, for now, is you're investigating Slater's murder. Who do you think killed Slater?
That's the thing, man. Because I've got questions. Because there was a third person in the room. I'm so convinced there was a third person in the room, and I don't know if that was Red Horseman, or if Red Horseman was the one who shot Reese Slater, and then because there was a third person, signs of a struggle, but not signs of a second death, only Reese's blood.
If I had to hazard a guess, I suspect that Li Feng, or an associate of Li Feng, is the one who killed Slater. But I suspect the other person in the room could have been Kolchak.
But Kolchak, ran, I'm pretty sure.
I think that Kolchak was the person that was on the phone that was doing the whispering thing. I really think, when we were there that day in
Who answered
the
the phone?
house. Yeah, I think that was him.
No, who was it that answered the phone?
Me.
Okay, so you would
Yeah.
know then, Suke, that was not a Russian accent.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
wasn't
about to say,
actually.
it wasn't
Yeah.
Russian.
Well, maybe that
Yep.
was. Can I roll to see if I felt like that was Bruce that I spoke to, recalling?
You can roll 2 dice for investigate because
Okay,
you
cool.
are native to Hong Kong,
Yeah, whose voice did it sound like?
or at least what kind of accent it sounded like.
Yeah, but I still can't.
Ooh.
Double
shit!
six. Yeah, double
Right,
six.
it's okay.
Oh shit!
I think, based on accents and all that kind of stuff, it didn't. It definitely wasn't anyone. Let me think here.
Yeah, now because I got
Let me
the
look at a
double
note
six,
here.
you're
I
kind
want to
of
be
like,
accurate.
Yeah, because that's a really good film.
Hang on.
I feel as if we've ruined a double six of something that we could have used.
No. Just relax. Let him cook. Just
Yeah.
wait.
I just want to make sure I'm accurate here
Ant's
so I
cooking
don't
right
say something I have to correct later.
Yeah. He'll honor the double six, but he's just got to make sure he only honors the double six.
The voice
Doesn't spoil the rest of it.
did not sound Russian in the way that Kolchak sounded Russian. And it was definitely somebody who could natively speak, like, Chinese. So I had that sort of Chinese, like, the enunciation for all the Chinese was correct. But it didn't sound like someone from the Canton here in South China.
Okay.
You would guess maybe one of the many areas or lands that kind of exists, or 1 foot in China and 1 foot in Russia.
So Li Feng then.
That would be my guess, just based on the people that we met so far.
Li Feng. Yeah.
Oh, should we start making a web or anything, or?
What about the corrupt
But why
person? What was his name? The cop guy.
Which cop guy?
Fucking. Yung Sing.
Yeah.
He's from Taiwan.
Oh, okay. And yeah, definitely I would say Li Feng then.
But why would Li Feng call Reese Slater and then sound like he was like, trying to be quiet? If he's Red Horseman.
We were talking about things working through, and now I have something that's working through, right? So he was working for Slater was working for the Americans, wasn't he? Yes, wasn't he at one point? You know how he was
from what it
being a
sounded like,
sort
he
of-
was in our pocket.
Yes, he was working as a double agent. Who
No.
was the guy that was one of your correspondents? That was what was his name? One of your connections. I can't remember his name.
Oh, our contacts?
Yeah.
What's that? Wait, wasn't it Kai that told us that
Yes,
Slater
that's
was?
how yes, Kai. The Kai
Well,
guy.
the Brits haven't met Kai yet, so they don't know about him.
Oh, okay.
No.
But it could be him, yeah?
Kaisu is Chinese American.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's talking to Jason and Tom, I mean, he has a very American accent with a
Oh, okay.
slight Chinese sort of. Even when he's saying Chinese, there's a hint of like American accent in there.
And even then, the person that called Reese Slater didn't seem to be aware of his death. Kai definitely was aware of his death.
Yeah.
So I don't think, because whoever called, I mean, technically this, you would know this, but you relate it to everybody. But like Kai, the person that called said something along the lines of like, hello, Reese, hello, and then whenever nobody responded, hung up.
Yeah,
So they didn't know that Reese was dead. So so I don't think it's anybody on either of our agency's contacts list, because I mean we were all assembled for the express purposes of investigating Reese Slater's death. So it's somebody who wasn't aware that Reese had died.
The voice, it's okay, the accent is definitely no one that you've spoken to.
Okay. No one I've spoken to. No.
You've definitely not spoken to that person otherwise. Unless they're expertly able to disguise their accent and voice.
I mean, if we assume that the voice on the phone was Lee Fang, in that case, is it possible that Slater was killed by his American connection?
Yeah, that is actually
That would indicate Kaisu in that case.
Oh, you don't know? He might be nice, and then, you know.
Well, I mean, the fact that he just so happened to meet up on us, like, that's kind of a big... He's been trustworthy up until just now, when stress is really, really high. I don't know if it's just a very wild coincidence, or if he just...
Now, you did pick a busy part of the part of Hong Kong where all the Americans would kind of be. So it's not unusual for him to be in the neighborhood, per se.
And I guess he didn't, like, specifically know where we were. He just sort of saw us on the street, or saw James on the street, and then came over, I guess. You
Saying that, I'm just like reviewing some of the letters that we've got, some of the information, and yeah, this kind of I'm leaning towards Li Feng, actually. The Red Horseman.
I mean, obviously Thomas doesn't know this, but the fact that Control was able to figure out which restaurant you were in to call, like, so soon after you guys just sat down is wild.
2 minutes after they sat down.
Yeah, and we just picked a random restaurant. And Control knew where you were.
Yeah, so I mean, for Mark and Sukeyu's are definitely going to be like, they must be tailing us somehow. Even though you passed all your checks to be sure you weren't being tailed, like, there's no other way they would have known you were there, unless they had someone like watching the restaurant and then saw you go in and radioed it in that way. But that would require a great deal of surveillance.
Like I said, Tom's not aware of that.
No, but they would be aware of that, and they would be thinking that because they're spies. I mean, they're trained for that stuff.
Yeah. So I guess my momentary paranoia of Kaisu, which, you know, I'm sure I'll definitely, you know, regret this, but I think my suspicions of Kaisu are kind of dropping, but at the same time, like, the Brits raised a fair point of, like, well, maybe the American connection killed Reese Slater, but then why?
To your point, Glim,
Maybe he was getting too involved in his business.
What's up?
I said, to your point, Glim, about the board, so you can physically see a representation of what you're thinking, how things are linked. I can't use the module I was talking about before because it doesn't work for this version of Foundry, but I will get a visual board put up next time, so you have pictures of all the people and locations and things like that, and you can move it around so you can organise it that way.
Yeah,
I don't want to do it right now because I know the map notes thing will require some fucking around with so everybody can see it and stuff like that. I don't want to do it right now.
Fair. I feel like it's like Red and Black, or Red Horseman, Black Dragon are up, if not at the top, close to the top in whichever order. Maybe they're peers, I don't know. And then below that is Li Fang. And then...
And the Red Dragon.
I feel like Reese Slater... Oh yeah, fuck, I forgot about Red Dragon. Yeah, Red Dragon and Black Dragon are up at the top.
Red Dragon, are we thinking person or organization? Or
I think the CIA mentioned that they were...
Well, it's been hinted that... Yeah, they didn't say the name because they didn't have a name for it. They said they suspected a communist organization of some sort, or a Chinese funded organization. There's also been originally Red Dragon was mentioned in the context of being the weapon, but then you have talked about it in the context of being a person. So I'm just interested in do you have an idea of what you think it is?
I go through my notes. Where the fuck did I hear Red dragon from specifically? God, it's
It first appeared on the mirror. I remember.
Oh right, yeah, Ao Ching. That was written in
Yep.
which translates, which was the name of a red dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And that was written in the mirror, I guess by either the third person or Red Horseman, whichever one. I really need to figure out.
Well, I mean, if you're thinking the third person was there, it was either Slater, the third person, or the murderer, assuming that they're different people.
Yeah, because that's what's driving me up a wall. It's either Red Horseman pulled the trigger and killed Reese, or Red Horseman was the third person that was in the bathroom at the time that Reese was murdered.
I'm now
It's that gouge in the ceiling.
And Mark thinks Red Horseman or Red Dragon, I can't remember which one you said now, is maybe a double agent or head of MI6.
Okay.
The reason I'm thinking it might be a person is just because we know that Black Dragon is, or at least we can reasonably assume that Black Dragon is the name for Li Feng, so I'm just going on if he is the Black Dragon, then does it stand to reason that the Red Dragon is a person?
Yeah.
Let me throw a hat in the ring here, just because I love messing with Swindle's head.
I'm
What
reading a transcript. I'm reading a transcript right from earlier. We've not sent you, sadly.
Tell me which one it is, I can show them it. If you want to share
You
it.
told me not to show them that one. You said do not show them that one.
I haven't told you to do anything. What are you talking about?
You said don't show them that one.
Well, maybe someone in your organisation told you not to show them. I didn't.
Yeah.
Me, the game master.
Okay. Well, that was the
Guys,
the character one of the characters in the family.
You need to separate reality from fiction here, Lauren.
Oh right, okay. Anyway, I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, okay. I'm just wondering what this person. I don't know who they are. Though.
I have no idea which document you're referring to because you haven't told me. So I don't even know what you're on about.
I'm referring to the 12 for 12 on the list.
It's okay. The report here. Yeah, I mean, you would have been instructed not to share that because it's top secret.
Yes.
Whether you do so or not is completely up to you.
Yeah. This one, I feel like...
Do you feel like you want to share it now because it's important?
I feel like Right, I have to confer with Mark to
Mark would have to agree. Mark would have to agree, yeah.
I am fucking tweaking over here.
Let me throw the hand to the ring. I want to throw in just the message window. What if Red Dragon is MI6?
Okay.
I mean, as an organization?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's a possibility. So then what the fuck did Kolchak mean by it was Black Dragon? Because that's the first time Tom, as a character, heard mention of a Black Dragon. We've heard Ao Ching, the Red Dragon. And this whole time we were, chased after this Red Horseman.
Might be the first time anybody heard the term Black Dragon.
Yeah. So, if Red Dragon refers to MI6 as a whole, who the fuck is Black Dragon if it's not a person?
Yeah,
my views is that Li Feng is.
Seems to be consensus at this point.
Yes.
I remain unconvinced.
Through rereading this, I think you will be a wee bit convinced. But
well, someone has to share that information.
Well, I'm conferring at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's probably no reason not to.
Okay, because you're sus about your organization.
God bless you, Alan.
You're sus about your.
I was going to share it.
Hang, guys.
I was ready to share it.
You're suspect about your organization anyway, Mark. Yeah. So maybe you're feeling like, and Slater's gone to the CIA already. Maybe he was feeling the same way. So are you thinking now, character-wise? You're maybe inclined to think that as well. Maybe we have been infiltrated. We are so corrupt. There is such a problem. Maybe the Americans are the ones that we should be getting a hand in this.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if that might be the way forward here. Yeah.
Look at
Putting your trust in the
Come on,
Americans.
Orc, come on.
Guys, putting your trust in the Americans can never go wrong. Do you want to share? Do you want to share this document?
Yes, we'll share the document.
Okay,
yes.
so this is
I am
Slater's
jumping.
report. That's not even that good. Slater's report to Control. Should be there for everyone now.
Oh my god.
So this is Slater making a report
To Control, yep.
to Control, the head office of MI6. It's not necessarily always the same person that they're speaking to, but
Yeah.
usually it's your controlling commander.
So you can see why I think that, you know, why we think that
Where's the smuggling
thing
report?
is the
I can
Black
shoot the
Dragon.
printouts. Should be able to see it there.
Yeah, it's Slater report to Control. Should be number 8 on our document.
It's a whole 4 documents that I'm not sharing with you guys.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
think like the other documents like are just we could just share them now because like I feel like they're just, you know, we've went through them. I
So
think
it's up to you guys.
haven't we? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything
No.
too significant in
Just
them. To be
share
honest.
the other.
Share it
4 as
all?
well.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's Windows
share it
Red
all.
Hat.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't even finished the report. Oh boy.
See when I said about Li Feng, like he's definitely not ready to track him.
I haven't got there yet.
Give us a
Oh
lot
my
of
god, there's so
information, man.
much.
Oh, Carl, you know what this means.
Okay.
You just, we've got plenty of time. You just can take your time here. Read them over, discuss. It's fine.
Yeah.
We already had a monster. You can just kind of get up to date now. Before I really turn the notch up.
God. Oh, holy shit. Kolchak was for the British intelligence. What the shit?
Oh crap.
Okay, that explains the Soviets wanting to liquidate him. I mean, they already.
We have
had an
anything to share
official
with
reason,
them, or
but-
we shared all our stuff?
No, we shared everything, dude. Everything.
But no, we trust you with like complete trust.
It's less that you
We
you
did
trust.
have them all.
I feel it's less that you trust them, and it's like you've started to not trust your own side.
Trust your own.
Yeah.
Was that just enough for you?
I figured that was Kolchak introduces Slater to Boli. Yeah, I figured that was the case. Boli is not developed as a British accent, but has links to the CCP and Soviet Union. Ah, this motherfucker. Moonlights is an information broker for both. Boli introduces Slater to Red Horseman. Fuck that! Still don't know who Red Horseman is. Okay.
Well, I mean, you're not
report
going to
two.
know who Red Horseman is, because if they knew, you wouldn't be investigating them.
That's why
Oh.
That's why we were giving you the information as well, because we're just trying to think. Do you know something that we don't know? Is there something that you know?
Oh, we were kind of
know?
operating on a sort of like tit for tat sort of thing there, but you got a lot more than we did.
Yeah.
We ran out of like tits for your tats. Like,
Yeah, we did have that was the big juicy one that we had just kind of.
All right then.
didn't-
So
yeah.
all this information.
Report two. I've still poured through it. Sorry, this line is quite poorly.
Analyzer. So.
Slater didn't even know who Red Horseman is. Fuck sakes. Okay, so yeah, Slater really didn't care for. Okay. Okay, station master evaluation.
Oh my goodness! Do you think the guy could have been Alexander Vasilov? The guy that was on the phone was Alexander? Because you said that he had a sort of
He wasn't Russian.
a Rush.
He wasn't Russian.
Yeah,
He wasn't Russian.
that-
Oh yeah, he wasn't Russian. Yeah.
But he did have a peculiar accent. So maybe northern China or somewhere around that.
Yeah. Sounded like
Still,
from
I think it's
could be from a
Feng.
region that was bordering China.
Yeah.
I remain unconvinced.
Yeah, the region sort of changed hands, this kind of period as well, so.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of people were kind of moving back and forth.
Do you think Mordred is the tall guy then? Or do you think Mordred is a place or object or something?
According to the phone call that we got, Mordred is the Black Dragon, or in other words, Lee Fang.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Again, Tom doesn't know about your phone call, but yeah, the phone call was like, they said if Lee Fang is the Black Dragon, then he is Mordred.
Well, I mean, to Mark on the phone call, it's saying they've got your report where you stated that the guy said Black Dragon, and then they have obviously made the insinuation or the link that Mordred is Black Dragon. So whatever they're working off of on, they seem to be making that connection. It's not to say that it's correct.
So, yeah, according to 6, Lee Fang is Mordred.
Yeah. But it's just trying to find who's Red Dragon. I just feel like it might be either one of Control or it might be... I don't know. It could be what's called the young Sing. You never know.
I'm just going to go into the Kolchak message that we have in the handouts, and I'm going to write what the cipher was that you got from the lodge.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I feel like if I look at that without focusing my eyes properly, it actually looks like writing.
I mean, technically it is. Okay. Got to report number 3. Jesus Christ, there's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you can come back and look at it properly there.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing there that's, it's just conversation. Yeah, so what are we doing next?
Yes, what are the next steps
we've
we
got,
want to make?
we've got the number from the notepad that we believe to be Lee Fang's phone, or a contact number for Lee Fang. We also have the address of the wash house, which we know is somewhere that he may have visited. I mean, it may be worth trying to look, and assuming that is just like a nondescript place that has like cleaning supplies and things, we could at least ask if they've had anyone come in that's made like a particularly big order for stuff. Also, I think probably Suki and Mark should acquire firearms. Like, probably just like requisite. Yeah, I mean, if we ask to be issued them from like our MI6 contact.
Yeah.
I'm just writing down points that you made. So, wash house address, Lee Feng's phone number. Laura mentioned the medical examiner in Castle Peak. Detective Bruce, if and when he's able to speak or communicate, I guess would be another one. You have any other points of interest that you want to cover at some point?
I would like to also maybe go to the special agency to have a wee nose around, a wee snoop.
Around Special Branch?
Around Special Branch.
To look for what?
Just to look for anything that might be, of interest, or, if there was anything.
I mean, it's a big place with a lot of people working out of it. I think you would want to go in with a specific thing you're looking for in mind.
Yeah.
So you can
Maybe
narrow the
once
search.
maybe once we've done all the other things, maybe that's the last
I
point
mean,
or
once you've
something,
narrowed
yeah.
things down or picked all the clues, you can
Yeah.
refine search and go to places. Yeah, that's not a problem.
It
I'm
might
just trying
be
to
that-
list,
yeah.
so we've got an easy list here in the chat of the points you want to
It
make sure
was
you
thinking
hit.
as well, actually, right? Bruce is in hospital. Yes.
Mhm, yes,
Um.
in the main general hospital.
Why don't we, just to rule Bruce out, can we visit Bruce's apartment?
You know what? That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll write
just
Detective
to
Bruce,
rule-
home.
Yeah. So just kind of like, so that we can just like, I feel like if we have a clear conscience on him, if
Just to
he's
rule
an
him out,
innocent,
or to make sure he
just
didn't
to rule
have
him
anything
out.
else.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that might be. What do you guys think? All of you. What do you think? You said, James, you think yes. Mark, what do you think?
Well, I mean, if you want to search his apartment, we'd probably need to monitor it for a time of day when we knew it to be empty. You know,
Well,
that.
I was just thinking
you
because
just ask
Brucey has a wife, doesn't he? And
Yes.
like, I could just like start chatting. You could just be like, "Oh, I need to use your bathroom."
You
and
are
all,
spies,
and-
so watching a place and
Yeah.
then sneaking in is not something that's like
Exactly.
outside your skill set.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What is it?
Whatever.
Sorry, I finished the okay. So I just finished
Yeah, please
finally
update
reading
us.
everything. Okay, so it's like I know, all right, then, but this red dragon, and then Control says, if it's anything, throw it to Hong Kong, but eye on the prize. So okay. The red dragon is clearly a thing, but it's not the whatever the fucking redacted that they're talking about is. And Red Horseman seems to be like really close to whatever the redacted is. Oh boy, my head hurts.
But
So what
you're trying to
are
say
you-
is it doesn't seem to be a priority or of interest at that time, at least, to Control.
Yeah, to at least Control. So that means that Mordred was the bigger fish than whatever this red dragon is.
So Slater was there for
Yeah.
Control, looking for Mordred.
Yeah. Meanwhile, and that's also why. Wait. Oh, holy shit! The whole like, oh, I hate the. Well, I mean, he clearly genuinely hated the station master, but at the same time, like, if he was there for Control, was he ever there? Was he actually in the USA's pocket, or was this dude a fucking triple agent?
Wow.
Jesus Christ! No wonder he was like starting to lose his mind. Holy shit! And then like, well, if that's the case, then we can't trust anything he fed to the Americans.
Or anyone else.
Or fucking, oh my god!
So
I would like to
are
shoot
we-
myself, please.
If I could just
So are we saying? I still think we could maybe even do Bruce's first, just to get it out of
yeah,
the way.
I just want to hit the list here, right? Because this is just like the short list of the things you want to hit to narrow things down. You know, dig out what you can. So we've got the wash house address, leave things with a number, wherever that leads to. The medical examiner Castle Peak, because Suki wanted to rule him out. Detective Bruce, and maybe search Detective Bruce's apartment or his house, his home, for anything he might have. Was there anyone else or anywhere else or anything else you wanted to knock off?
I would also like to search just as well, to just rule him out as well as the pool guy, just to rule him out as well.
Okay, so what would you do to rule out the head of MI6 in Hong Kong?
Just visit the house just to see if there's anything,
You want to
any
infiltrate
documents.
the station master's home?
Yes.
That's treason, by the way.
Is it? Oh, right, okay. Maybe no.
Unless,
Let's just do the
because you
Bruce
answered to
then.
Control, so I mean, technically, if you've got permission
Yeah.
from Control to investigate Poole because you thought he was tied to the corruption of the mole, that might be a
Yeah.
possibility for you.
Okay. Yeah.
The only
But
thing
let's-
that. Sorry.
No, you go.
Sorry, you go first.
Yeah, the one thing that makes me doubt that Poole is like a person of interest to the investigation is that it seems like Control are the ones who wanted to keep Slater in the field.
Yeah.
Poole had no time for Slater. I feel like if Slater was getting close to something and was being egged on by Control, that seems more suspicious, whereas Poole didn't want anything to do with him. Poole, didn't seem to take anything that he said seriously, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
If anything, Control purposely was like, yeah, like don't worry about Poole. If anything, use your let Red Horseman see you rant and rage again about Poole and the agency and everything. Like, use that to get close to him.
Yeah, it feels
So
like
they really, yeah. So I think Poole really does not matter to the grand scheme of things.
Or maybe Poole does matter. Maybe it's the opposite way, whereas Poole does matter, and it was just
Or
the
Poole
Control
is
people.
Mordred.
Yes. Yeah.
No,
I still
I
think
really
we
don't-
go
I think
to.
it
I
was-
still think we go to Bruce's house and.
Okay, so these 4
and
points
get-
seem
yeah.
to be the only ones we have at the moment. That sound right for everyone?
Remind
so.
me, because I'm too busy trying to make sense
just
of
go to-
everything I know
yeah.
might be in a lie.
Sure,
Go
for
through
the
the
for
list.
at the end, the
Yeah.
Wash House address, which you just got from the
Uh-huh.
receipt, Lee Feng's
Yeah.
phone number, which you got from the contact book from Slater's, the medical examiner who's been held in Castle Peak because he went crazy, just to rule
Yeah.
him out as whatever, and then Detective Bruce, whether you can speak to him or investigate his home to see if he has any more information lying around.
Okay. Yes.
one thing I would say with Bruce is that if he was a family man, then I do slightly. I mean, I'm not saying he definitely wouldn't, but I slightly doubt that he would take anything relevant home with him if
No.
he wouldn't want
Yeah.
to endanger his wife and kid.
If he
I-
brought anything like that home, it would be like locked in a safe and he only has the key.
Well, you always see in these films, don't you, where they're like they have like the basement or something, and they have all
Yeah,
the
but
Well, he is a
creepy
spy.
files
I mean,
and
he's
stuff.
special branch, which is more like
Yeah.
counterintelligence, but I mean, he is an intelligence officer.
yeah.
Yeah,
So if
he's always gonna have his family's gonna be in danger because you never know what's around that corner, isn't it? So, yeah.
this is also very true, but at the same time, like, you're not gonna bring like in
Still think
order
just,
to
like-
protect your family, you're not gonna
like-
bring home like
Yeah, but
Did
let's,
you
let's
have any other thoughts as to other leads you might want to strike off Swindle or Glim? Given that you just saw more information. I mean, you can come up with more later, but I'm just for now, just so we've got like a list there to go through.
Yeah, for right now I'm still reeling. Like full on rubbing my forehead.
Alright, that's fine. I just wanted to put in chat so there's a rep
Yeah.
over there to refer to just now, just to make sure we go through this before we start coming up with more tangents to follow and
Yeah,
strings
no,
to pull.
that's fair. That's fair.
Because let's
Yeah.
try and it is a lot of information, and you just want to have a sort of a path to follow, so you're not getting too lost in the weeds here.
I feel like with us going into Kowloon City, obviously Li Fang's operation left that place, and the only clue we got from that place that they did try to burn was the wash house address. I feel like things are kind of escalating, and it's imperative that we track
Go there.
Bowling,
Okay.
Li Fang as soon as possible. But at the same time, we are kind of fucked up at the moment. We haven't left. We're dealing with a lot of information at the moment, and I feel like if we don't, I feel like maybe we check some other place for clues. That way, we don't get ourselves into a situation and we start making mistakes, and bad things start happening. But I don't know if that's like what Tom feels,
That's why I was thinking about
or
the
what
Bruce.
I feel.
I think that's why I was thinking about the Bruce thing, because see if he's okay. Maybe there was further information that we were going to get sooner that was in his apartment that that he hid, and that's why he got beaten up. So maybe there's more information and we just don't know about it yet.
Yeah, obviously, like you said, it's been a very long day for you. You're still exhausted from coming all the way back from the village earlier in the day. And mechanically speaking, if you get injured while you're got an injury, your injury is going to be worse. So he's probably...
Yeah.
Dude, and remember, Jason is limping around here with a fractured ankle. He hasn't been to the hospital yet.
Yeah.
Oh god,
Yeah.
You should get that seafood.
I think Mark should call Li Feng because he's got the telephone number. I think we should do that. Then maybe we should visit Bruce in the hospital first and see.
If we call that number, we have to be very careful, because if we fuck up and we tip them off, then they already know that we're sniffing around, but if we fuck up and don't utilize the phone call to our advantage, then that becomes a quick dead end.
May I
they
also
hang up and they're like,
yeah. May I also
open door.
posit that as intelligence professionals, you have access to details about phone numbers and addresses that you can just ask for.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need to call the phone number. You could just get all the details about where it is, who it's registered to, and things like that. It's also the 60s. You know what I mean? There wasn't you could just look in the phone book.
Yeah, I
that's true.
genuinely fucking forgot that in all this information overload.
We didn't have burner phones and shit then, so it's a land address.
Exactly.
Yeah, so if anything, if we can track the phone number, and if it also matches with the wash house address, then obviously that's
narrows it down.
that's a strong that's a strong place. So let's at least work on that.
Okay, can I say, because we've been airing our conversation, do we get a relax for that? Do we get a reduction of
No,
stress?
when
for
you
that?
go sleep for the night and go back and crash in your hotel rooms for a good 8 hours, you can remove your exhausted.
Yeah, I think we definitely need to take care of ourselves, because like you were saying, Jason's got a fractured leg.
Yeah, his next injury is going to be
that.
death.
Yeah, we need that taken care of, and we are also exhausted. We need to start fresh.
Yeah, I mean we're already on night at this time, so I guess resting is probably a good idea.
Because we don't want to end up like Reese Slater and start going a little cuckoo and eventually just get killed.
Yeah, I was kind of forgetting about it again, but another thing is a possible lead is we also have that cipher, which we should probably give that to a code breaking team.
Well, I mean,
yeah, do you want to hand it off to Codebreaker, who can probably do it a lot quicker than you guys can, or do you just want to not remove your exhaustion and stay up all night working on it?
I mean, potentially we could leave it until the next day and then go to work on it if you don't mind losing another day on it.
Yeah. As long as you don't lose it or anything.
Oh my god.
Who wants to hold on to it? Are we all going back to our separate apartments and stuff?
No,
Is Jason going to the
we should
hospital?
I feel like
Yes, I'm going to the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like we should all just kind of stay in the one room.
It's up to you guys if you can split up or stick together.
If we're being watched, I think.
Think what?
I don't know, actually.
I'm just thinking.
I don't know what I think.
I'm thinking the tall, thin guy, and I'm just like.
Well, Jason's going to hospital to get his ankle looked at. Does anyone want to go with him?
Yeah, I have to. I feel like.
I'm just like, Mark. Can we just have like, can you just stay in my apartment? I'm just like scared.
I mean, I think that's reasonable. I mean, we can like, yeah. I mean, what do we have available? We have was it a hotel room that we have at the moment, or?
You guys are. I was trying to think about this. I mean, you could probably have your choice of it. I think they would put you up in a hotel, no problem. They'll have apartments they could put you up in. The CIA, like I said, they'll be in like an apartment building that's probably filled with like Americans that are staying there. Because it would look out of place if they were staying somewhere else. But for you guys, because you're native to the region, that kind of stuff, I mean, they could really put you anywhere that you think was like suitable for your cover.
Yeah.
Because you're obviously meant to be a trade emissary, and then she's your secretary, so you're probably in the same building with other diplomats and embassies and stuff like that. Emissaries.
I think as well.
So probably in a hotel. Yours are probably a nice hotel. I'm sure we've said this already, but I think yours would be in a nice hotel.
I think as well though we probably need like what you said, Mark, about getting the what's called the gun as well.
You can get that. You just need to go down to MI6 and requisition it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should probably do that.
We should do that first. Yeah.
All right. Well, you two guys can go down there. You can requisition your weapons. You two can go to the hospital. Who has the Kolchak message? And do they want to hand it in tonight to get it decoded overnight?
I don't want to trust anybody with it at this stage.
You can stay up and do it yourself, or do it yourself tomorrow if you want. It would just be a dice roll to determine how long.
I mean, I'd be down to take that dice roll if
okay,
there's no
so you want to hang on
objections.
to the message tonight then?
Yeah.
Take responsibility for it, okay.
Yep.
Okay, you guys go down to the main hospital. Jason, I mean, do you want to tell them what happened to your ankle, or do you want to just bullshit them a reason?
Well,
I didn't say you could do it. Well, you
bullshit
can
a reason.
Okay, yeah, so whatever, you tripped.
No, I didn't know it was a rule thing.
Well, you've used it now, so that's your.
Okay, is that mine? Okay.
You need to score off one of your guys.
Yeah, one of your
I
anchors you
thought
have
it
to
was.
score out.
Oh no, I thought it was engaged in self-care, as in.
No.
Like...
Right, give
Oh,
yourself
right,
back
okay.
up to 4.
Yes, I'm going back up.
Because otherwise you need to score out an anchor.
Okay, but I thought you said like when you have rest that you would.
You'll
get,
remove
like,
the
one
exhausted from your injuries
Yeah, it'll
when you
remove
rest for the
exhaustion,
night.
not stress.
Okay.
But we'll do that in a minute.
Yeah.
Sorry. So Jason, you go to the hospital, take a look at your ankle, take an X-ray, bandage it up, give you some painkillers because it's going to be painful. Tell you, stay off your feet for the next couple of weeks at least, and then take it easy for the next 4 weeks after that. Give it 6 weeks to heal. They'll wrap it in bandages and probably put like a small cast on it, just to keep it steady. So you're going to have. Do you want some crutches for when you're walking around, because you're not going to be able to wear a shoe on that foot with the cast on it.
I'll take some crutches.
Yep, they'll give you a pair of crutches for moving around. I mean, you can still move pretty quickly in crutches. Only if you're in uneven ground or something like that, you would be slowed down. But if you're on like pavement and stuff like that, you can move pretty fast still anyway. I'd say just don't put any weight on it. Here's some painkillers. You know, just check in if you have any problems. But give it 6 weeks. Come back and we'll take off. So you will obviously keep that injury for the time being for 6 weeks. You guys don't want to hand in a message. Is there anything else you two Americans want to do before you go home to rest? I'm sorry, I was eating sweets.
You're fine.
Not sharing.
I would share, but I can't throw them that far.
This thing called, I don't know.
Telling a lie, I wouldn't share.
Skill issue. Skill issue.
I mean, if you don't have anything else you want to hand in, report in, or do, then you can just go back to your apartments.
Yeah, I think just go back to the apartments.
Okay, to try and get some much well-earned rest.
Well,
no sign of any tall, shady men on your way back. You get back to your apartments just fine. For our Brits, you are going down to requisition weapons. I was just looking at who you speak to. Not that it matters too much, but I didn't give you a requisitions officer.
Okay. While we're there to requisition weapons, should we also ask about that phone number if we can get that, like a look up on where the address is for that?
Yes, they can do that for you. Okay, so you have your Browning P35 semi-auto handguns, 9mm, 13 rounds in the magazine. You get a magazine, you get a spare magazine. You have to sign off for that, and they give you a permit so that if the cops or anyone gets you, you can show them the permit and then you're licensed to carry it. Which is something the Americans don't have because they can't be licensed.
Yeah, I was about to say that. That's hilarious. We get 2 guns and we don't get a permit for either one.
So you're all fully licensed and all that, and that'll take a lot of time to get paperwork filled out, but not too long. While that happens, you hand in the phone number. They give you back the address, and it's in the same part of the city, the same sort of ghetto part, where the wash house is. It's a couple of blocks away from where the wash house is. And it's listed as a massage parlour.
Oh boy.
So it's in the same district though, very close to where the wash house is. The property will not be registered to a Mr. Lee Feng, but that's probably not surprising to you.
And it's not a massage parlor, is it really? It's just a
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be listed. Would it be massage parlor? I don't know what they call it. Obviously, it's obviously a brothel, but it'll be like officially like a massage parlor.
Yeah.
Because being in that part of town, being what it is, everybody, common sense, everybody's going to know streetwise. It's a brothel.
Brothel by any other name.
But yes, you'll get that information. The wash house, if you put that in as well, will be registered. It's registered to a different person than the massage parlor, so they're not owned by the same person.
Officially.
Officially, yeah. But they would both be cash in hand businesses in that part of town, so quite likely they're triad associated. I think most small businesses like a wash house would be paying extortion money to triad anyway. But yeah, you just get your weapons, you get all your permits and stuff like that, you get your information, and then you can also head back to your nice swanky hotel rooms.
Nice. But I said to him, I'm like, I'm not going by myself.
I mean, yeah, for security's sake, I guess we could just stay in the one room.
Well, I mean, you'll still have your They're both rooms, so you just don't need to use both of them tonight. You could just use one.
Yes.
I'm assuming then, Suki, you don't want to score out your husband to roll for the stress reduction.
Yes. Don't want to score out
No wild affair with Mark then, okay.
No.
That's something that hasn't happened in any of these games yet.
Presumptually, Suki has already removed exhausted from her harm.
Well, I thought that was going to be the case, so I was preempting.
But I want you to roll a dice.
Oh, why? Why you do this to me?
Because it's a dice
So
game. where
anyone
you
who
roll dice.
has exhausted on their harm, they can roll one dice for me, risky action, as they go to rest for the night.
What if I want to stay up to decode Kolchak's message?
Then you don't need to bother rolling because you're just going to be up all night.
Yeah, okay. I'll.
You want us to roll?
Sorry.
If you want to rest for the night and remove exhausted, Jason, then yes, roll one dice, risky action.
Oh, I don't even have exhaustion. I'll
It
put it
doesn't
on
need to be the
the
dark
Scary
side.
shit. We gotta be risky to actually go to sleep. I mean, damn.
I know it's rough.
I'm assuming exhaustion
Like
is
a
just the tier
baby.
1 thing, because I don't actually have
Tier 1
exhaustion on
exhausted,
my
yeah.
sheet.
You should have, because you
Okay.
were in the same place as them, even though you weren't here for the session. Amazing, Mark.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That is
I
actually
just slept
works
like a
out
baby.
perfectly for me. So, Jason, you got a bunch of painkillers. You're just out like a light. You're perfectly fine. Dreamless sleep. Best sleep you've had in a long time. Suki, you get sleep, and it's a nice, comforting, no unpleasant dreams or anything like that. You're going to get that. So you can both remove exhausted from your harm track. Mark, you lay down, toss and turn. I mean, you can't stop thinking about the women thing crawling around underground like that. The thing that was in the bathtub that ended up like spurting blood over people. The battered bodies and the shambling bloody person that chased you. The people in that village that seemed also nice and pleasant. You're just uncomfortable and unable to sleep. You get up from your bed. What would you do to just kind of try and calm down, distract yourself, peace out?
Probably walk around a little bit, maybe look at. I think I would probably look out the window for a while. I was thinking maybe like read a book as well, but probably before attempting that, like look out the window for a while.
Yeah, I mean, you look out the window, it's night sky, you can see the moon up high. And the city before you, you can see reflection of moonlight and some of the ships going past in the harbour off of the water. You're the only person that hasn't seen the tall man, yes?
Yeah, I think that's right actually. Yeah. Or
Oh,
actually, no,
goodness.
would I have seen him at the racetrack?
I don't
Oh,
think
'cause that was
No,
just
it was
Jason.
just
Jason.
No, it was just Jason.
I was just Jason, so I'm right. Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause we
Yeah,
all
so
asked that,
get
like,
up.
did we see him? And nope.
you probably turn a little thing
The
to
guy's just like
move
standing outside the building.
move to lift, turning a little thing so the Venetian blinds open up so you can look out, and you pull back like the curtain veil that's there, and then pull up the thing so the Venetian blinds get pulled upwards so you just see out the window so you can see properly, and you're looking at the reflections of the lights and all the rest of it, and then your eye focuses from looking at a distance to looking close, so you can see the reflection of the window of the apartment, and you see this tall, thin figure with like pulled up shoulders standing directly behind you in the room. What do you want to do?
Behind him? In the room?
You see his reflection in the mirror, it's in the window that you're standing in front of. It looks like he's standing right behind you on the other side of the bed.
I think I would snap round like very quickly to try and see if he's there in the room.
The second you turn around, the phone rings. Ring, 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 ring,
Bloody
ring.
hell.
Phone on the nightstand beside
Fuck
the
a
bed.
bunch of that.
I guess I'll try answering the phone.
You hear a click and it's static. And just someone kind of breathing on the other side. This is Control. I'm listening.
Go ahead, Control.
Give your report, Slater.
Nothing further to report since last check-in, Control.
What about Mordred? You followed him from Germany. Have you found him?
We believe him to be Li Feng. We have yet to make contact.
You'd already ruled out Li Feng as Mordred. Remember what I told. Sorry, remember what I told you, Slater. Remember the cold thought. Remember how you will recognize him.
The cold thought?
Like a sheet of ice will cast over your mind. He is not to be trusted.
But how can I find him?
That's what you're there for. You said your asset knew who he was.
The horseman, he knows his...
Yes, the Red Horseman.
We'll need more time to find the horseman.
You can have as much time as you need, Slater. It's taken us this long to track him down. It doesn't matter if it takes another 20 years.
What should I do when I find him?
You need to bring him in, of course. For the
What
good
if he won't cooperate?
Well, then you'll have to bring him in. By force, if you can. But just offer him whatever he needs to be offered. He must be looking for something down there. There must be something we can give him. There's nothing more important, Slater, than bringing Mordred back home to the kingdom. And then the line just goes beep. And you hear a woman's voice going, "Hello? Hello?"
I'll just hang up the phone. But
And then you can knock off
Intense.
exhausted Mark. And then we'll skip to morning, which I presume you have arranged a meeting place and time.
Yeah.
Did I decipher the?
Oh yeah, sorry.
The
How could we
thing, or-
forget this? Where's the message?
No worries.
Okay, give me a 1 dice roll for investigate. You're going to get it because you have the cipher. It's just to see how long it takes you.
Oh,
Oh.
bloody hell!
That was going to take more than the night. That will take like tonight and then most of the next day, which means you wouldn't be able to do other things. Do you want to use stress to reroll?
Yeah, I have to.
It's like, I know you have to.
I know you-
There you go. Okay, it
Thank
deciphers
Christ.
letter at a time.
Right. Love that for me.
There you go. That's what it reads.
oh boy.
Hey, boy.
I beg your finest fucking pardon? Who's dead?
So, Li Feng is the red dragon, and
No, Li Feng is dead.
Yes, as in he sleeps. Li Feng is dead. Red Dragon sleeps, Li Feng is dead. That's what I'm taking it as. And then Black Dragon is active. He sleeps.
The hell is she talking about?
The message that was Kolchak's message recovered from Kolchak who died. That's what it says when it's translated. Red Dragon sleeps, Li Feng is dead, Black Dragon active.
Yeah, as in it's gone to sleep with the fishes.
No, wait,
what's
wait,
the
wait,
bad
wait.
news?
Well, the bad news is the guy that one of our biggest leads that we were pursuing is not on the mortal plane anymore. We can't question Li Feng because fucker's dead apparently.
Or
we can go to his house.
So we're told. Yeah.
The Soviet spy. The Soviet double agent spy wouldn't lie.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, we're bathroom quick
Oh,
and then
Christ.
we can
I'm calling it bluff until I see the situation.
And then I have to question everything that Slater fucking ever said or did or anything we found.
Crazy.
That makes me wonder if we check the you remember there was the body that was like with its head caved in at the site we went to in mainland China. So I wonder if that might have been. You don't think that would have been Li Feng by any chance?
Oh shit.
Yeah. That's a possibility.
Oh, holy shit, yeah. And it was Black Dragon, so are we dealing with two different fucking organizations? And they're just cleaning house now?
Or maybe it's the American and the British that like they are the one's
I would not
the
be
Red
surprised.
Horseman, one is the Black Dragon. Could be.
That doesn't quite add up either.
It could be. It could.
One thing I meant to do, Mark, can you roll me a stress dice?
Oh yeah. Where do I get that one from? Is that
Dark die, and then choose stress.
Just okay.
Oh, you're fine. No, wait, that's action.
Oh.
But you need to roll higher anyway, so you're fine, it's fine. Swindle, when do you need to get away?
I'm not about like probably sorry, oh my god, my English is failing me. Probably about 4:30. Sorry.
What time is it now?
My stupid brain. It's 3:45 my time.
So like
okay.
45.
I'm rattled. I am so sorry.
Okay, so you've got another half hour, is what I was saying.
Yeah,
Okay,
basically,
yeah, that's
basically.
Okay, so that's enough time for us to go somewhere.
I'm just like, I need the
Fair
half
enough.
hour. I need to see what's gonna happen next.
No. I'm like, no, I don't need to eat. Just let me fucking solve this fake.
Okay, so
fake
you
mystery.
guys get up in the morning. Tom comes down with a look of bewilderment. Would that be the suitable emotion for him when he comes down to breakfast with this translated message for everyone?
Yeah. Just dark circles under the eyes, and just my hair is probably a little wild. I'm just rubbing at my forehead, and then I have the message, the decoded message written out, and I just sort of put it on the table in front of everybody and just slide it forward. That's Kolchak's message.
I mean, was Kolchak's last word to us was that definitely Fang is the Black Dragon, is that right?
No, his last words were, "It was Black Dragon."
I was just Black Dragon, okay. Yeah, that's probably my fault in that case. I must have written it down wrong.
I'm trying to find exactly where I wrote it to give you the exact words, Alan. But yeah, I think it's meant to be Fang. It was Black Dragon.
Okay. It was Black Dragon. Right, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Or it is Black Dragon. That's what I mean. I'm trying to find where I've written it so I can tell you the exact words.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, because you sent it to me in the DMs and you translated it.
Oh,
as
well then just
it
paste
was
that because
Black
that'll be
Dragon.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I really need to put all my notes into one document and not 20.
From the Discord. I mean, go ahead, just
Yeah, it was Black Dragon. Yeah. Well, he said Fang. It was Black Dragon. I think that's what he said.
okay. So technically, you were right and I was wrong.
Technically, is the best way to be right. So, given
But
information,
that doesn't necessarily.
yeah,
That doesn't necessarily mean that he's naming Fang as Black Dragon.
he was also
just saying
beaten
Fang.
to death. So,
Yeah.
exactly who he thought he was talking to or anything like that, because he wasn't even able to say it in English. He said it in Russian
Yeah.
because his mind wasn't able to like process language into English at that point. So who knows? But we have an address, well, technically 2 addresses, but we have the address of the phone number place, which is a massage parlor in Yongsan Way. Or there's Castle Peak if you want to go check off the medical examiner, or if you just want to chase up Detective Bruce somehow, what would you like to do as your next step?
Well, yeah, I think probably check up on Detective Bruce maybe, and then
You want to go see him at the hospital first?
yeah, I want to see at the hospital, see if he's like, you know,
Sure.
if anybody's made any attempts, and then maybe we can check out his home.
Sure. Okay. So, short. I'm guessing you have some kind of
I
breakfast.
definitely want to check the medical examiner at some point in time, but I don't think we've got time for that. So
I'm assuming you have a quick breakfast of some sort and make your way to the hospital. I'm trying to think. They do have visiting hours in the morning. His wife will be there, as well as another man of similar age. There is one uniformed police officer outside, immediately outside like the ward. So I mean, I don't know how different it is in American hospitals, but generally you have like a ward. There'll be like 8 or more beds lined opposite each other down, you know, the one big room, and they'll have like curtains to divide them. That's usually how a lot of these hospitals are. It's
Yeah.
not like separate rooms, unless like you're dying or something serious. So yeah, then they'll just have like the curtain pulled over one side to give them some privacy as they're just kind of sitting there. He's got flowers and presents and good luck charms and that kind of stuff like sat on like the nightstand thing beside him.
2 seconds.
He's awake, he's
You
conscious.
just keep going.
When you arrive there, he's still got all the frame and stuff in his mouth, so he's not like speaking, but you know his wife is like talking to him and the other gentleman's talking to him as well. And he does seem to be like awake and conscious. His eyes are moving around and stuff. So how would you like to approach him?
Should we wait until his wife gets up to leave? I mean, you know, maybe like wait until we get him alone.
yeah, I think just out of respect for
Yeah.
his family.
Okay,
Plus, I really don't think they would be aware of anything. So, and there's no point in talking about potentially upsetting things in front of.
Yeah, exactly.
okay. They'll be there for a couple of hours in the morning before, I think when they get served lunch is when they close it, and then they let them back in afterwards. And so they'll get up and leave for a little while. The nurse will come round with like the trolley or whoever it is that does it and give it all the patients like their lunch. He is going to be given basically like soup or something through a straw because he's not able to chew. So there's a whole couple of people, you know, rigging him up and pumping it, taking their time pumping it into him to feed him. After that's done, he will be on his own for a little while. So what do you want to do?
I think. I mean, Mark, he was planning on talking to you, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean,
For-
I guess I could try and speak to him for a little while.
Okay, Mark.
Is there anything that you guys want me to ask him?
I guess just like
Say this is your show.
whatever he. whatever he found and where, what happened? Does he know who did this to him or where? I mean, I'm sure we can figure out where, but if he can recognize anybody or give us just any sort of information that he's got to share.
Yeah.
I think he was already planning on sharing information with you before, but
potentially,
yeah.
I mean, I could tell him that we went to the address in Kowloon's, the walled city, but we didn't find any hard evidence.
Yeah. Maybe.
Well, you definitely found hard evidence, but evidence of what you did.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to know that.
Yeah, we don't want to freak him out.
Okay, so you're going to go over to him. Not able to move his mouth. He's not able to speak. His eyes sort of glaze in your direction as you approach Mark. I think you could probably tell that he's on heavy painkillers.
Detective Bruce, I'm sorry we have to meet in these circumstances. I'm sorry we couldn't be there in time to protect you from the people that did this to you.
Just looks up at you. Makes a kind of noise.
We went to the address in the Kowloon walled city, but we couldn't find any hard evidence. We got the impression that it was where the missing girls were being taken, but we can't find anything to pin it on anyone specific. Did you find anything while you were there? Don't worry about trying to say definitely, but if you can make a sound once for yes and twice for no.
Makes sense, yes. You can see he tries to nod his head, but the way he's all framed and held together, he can't even really move his head.
Do you think he would be up to writing anything if I was to give him a...
His hands or arms are both in casts, but his fingers are kind of free. Or one hand at least.
God.
Would you be able to write something if I gave you a pen?
Yes. It's going to moan.
Okay, I'll quickly give him a pen and hold a pad so that he can scribble on.
You have to kind of hold the pen in his finger, or the pencil in his finger, so he can grip it, because he doesn't seem to have any strength in his hand, even though his fingers around it. And you're basically just trying to support him best as he tries to write. I imagine it's probably easier to write because you can write whole words in Chinese with just one symbol. So I imagine that is easier for him to do than try and write it in English. Because obviously, even though he's British, he's going to be able to speak Chinese. So he's going to write the symbol for woman. And then saw, as in sight, as in I saw something.
Saw a woman.
Or woman saw.
Did he
I think maybe he's trying to tell us that a woman saw something.
It's yes.
Do you know who it was? Was it one of the kidnapped girls?
No. Or he says yes to the first part and then no to the second part. And then
he knows the...
And then he writes the symbol home. This is where my Chinese is going to fail me. I don't know if they have a specific symbol for my home, but that would be the indication.
Okay.
Your home? Your wife?
Your wife or someone at your home?
So he's trying to say yes to his wife? Or someone at his home? So someone at his home saw this.
Women saw home.
Okay. Do you know who did this to you?
Yes.
Anybody you know?
The symbol for triad.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that tracks.
Probably at this point, a nurse notices and comes along. Excuse me, sir. It's not visiting time. Are you a family member?
We're work colleagues, so we won't disturb him any longer.
I see. Yes, he's already had visitors visitors today. He'll be very tired. You can come back this evening, however.
Okay, thank you. We won't keep him. We'll just turn to Detective Bruce before we go and say, don't worry, we won't give up on this.
Again, he tries to nod his head just a tiny bit.
Yeah, I'll kind of give him a respectful nod back before we go. But yeah, sounds like we need to go and visit Detective Bruce's home right now.
Yeah, sounds like it.
You will, of course, be able to pull that information up from Special Branch or from AMI6 upon request. You just want to tell Laura what you found because she was away.
Yeah.
But yeah, we spoke to Detective Bruce. He couldn't describe to us. He couldn't speak fully, but he was able to write the Chinese characters for woman saw something. When I asked him about, did he find anything when he was investigating, and he also wrote the characters for my home. So it sounds like we need to visit his home.
Ah, okay.
Also asked him if he knew who did it to him, and he just wrote the character for Triad. So kind of what we would have assumed anyway, I guess.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask him where it happened, but I think we kind of already know that.
Yeah, in the Kowloon World City, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we going there now? Yeah.
Bruce's home, yeah.
Bruce's home, yeah.
Yeah, if that's where you guys want to head for. Yeah.
Okay, the home, you'll get, like I said, you'll be able to pull up the address from your respective agencies or whatever for Detective Edward Bruce. It's in a kind of suburb part of Hong Kong Island. And yeah, probably would be Hong Kong Island. So a nice suburb part, quite new houses. They've all got their own garden. Probably detached houses. I don't know if you can say they're detached or not. Doesn't matter anyway. Car parked out front. Someone seems to be home. You can see someone moving about inside through the front window. But it's a very unassuming suburban sort of house for the mid-60s. How would you like to approach? Kick the door down, shoot off a couple of rounds.
Yeah, naturally. Mace the missus.
I guess we could just go and ask his wife if she knows what he was referring to.
Sure. Ding dong on the doorbell. Door answers. This sort of late 20s Chinese woman answers the door. She said, hello?
Mrs. Bruce, we're from the security services. We'll not keep you. We're very sorry about what happened to your husband. We were supposed to meet with him the day that this shocking thing happened to him, and yeah, if there's anything we can do, I'd like to offer our full cooperation.
She looks a little annoyed, and she'll be like, well, I mean, what are you going to do? It's the gangs. I mean, what are you going to do? There's a section of the city that they run. My husband's got to go down there investigating about some missing girls, and then he nearly loses his life. I mean, why was he even down there on his own?
Well, we were able to speak to him briefly, and he tried to give us a message, something to do with his home. We were wondering if he'd told anything to you about what might have happened to him, if you had any idea of why he would have been so violently attacked so suddenly.
She looks at the four of you. Can you say
anything that can help us bring your husband's attackers to justice would
You said you're a security service. I mean, you sent American.
The Americans are working with us in this particular matter, but
what's your name?
I can assure you I'm Mark Ballard, and I'll show her my credential.
She nods her head for a sec, says, you better come in. She opens the door and stands aside.
Quickly enter.
Very nicely kept living room, very modern by mid-60s standards. So a lot of orange and green, probably, swirly patterns. Horrible velvet textures on the sofa. You sit down, she says, can I get you a drink or something? Do you want some tea?
No, thank you.
Tea would be lovely.
She goes and fetches a pot of tea and then brings it back with cups for everyone. Pours one out for each of you and herself. She's got milk and sugar there. And then she just sits there like pencil skirt, knees together, hands on her lap, just patiently waiting for when you're ready. You can see Suki, you notice she's got a little small pair of kind of silvery earrings. She's got a chunky plastic looking necklace that's got sort of like white and orange balls around it, which matches the orange colour of her skirt. She's got like a pale blouse on.
You look very nice.
Thank you. So, Mr. Ballard, my husband mentioned your name. I mean, he didn't talk about work at home, but he did mention that he'd been trying to get to speak to you.
Yes, we'd hoped to speak to him, but unfortunately we were too late in getting there.
He seemed very anxious these past few days about whatever it was he was working on. I don't know exactly what that was, but I do know that he did keep some of his work at home, and I know where in the home it's been kept. I don't think he knows that I know about it, but there is a safe in his study under the carpet.
Are you able to get access to it, or is it a number that only he knows?
I've never tried, but I know my husband. I could guess.
Well, if you feel able to attempt to open it, then anything that could aid us in this investigation would be most appreciated.
Okay, I will try that. But perhaps you could tell me first, what is he involved in? Is he in any kind of trouble?
No, what he was investigating was highly important, and we believe that he may have simply gotten too close to the answers he was looking for, unfortunately.
I know it's something to do with some missing girls that he was trying to help. But I'm worried for my son. If the triads should follow up and threaten my child, or if our home is in danger. I'd like to know beforehand what I'm letting myself in for.
If you feel you need protection, then we're happy to arrange that for you. We can arrange guards or safe house, whatever would make you feel most comfortable.
Takes deep breaths. Like, Special Branch has already ordered that, but I know my husband wasn't fully confident in the security of Special Branch.
We could organize temporary accommodation for you if needs be. If you need
She looks a little scared at that prospect, having to leave her home.
We're not with Special Branch, ma'am. I can assure you that anything that you tell us needn't be shared with them.
Sighs and just looks at two Americans. Like, she understands this. Yous are something different. Okay. Okay. If you wait here, I'll see what I can do about the safe. And she goes off into the other room.
She looked very scared, didn't she?
Well, her husband was viciously beaten by a very brutal gang.
Yep.
And said gang does have a history of going after families.
I think if once we're finished here, we should check with our contact at MI6 that Detective Bruce's family has adequate guards.
I think I'll put a similar request in for the CIA as well.
Of course.
I feel like of all of Special Branch, he seems to be the only one that seems really trustworthy.
Kind of seems like he's on the level,
Especially since she mentioned that her husband had suspicions about Special Branch. That's a good sign.
So she,
given what we know about it,
comes back a little bit later with a very thin folder with only a couple of sheets of paper in it. Says, had some other items in there, but I think this is probably what you're looking for. You just open it up, flick through it. I'll maybe write this out for next time. It's a signed witness statement from a woman who claims to have seen a suspicious party fleeing the scene of Slater's murder a few minutes after the murder supposedly took place at approximately
Does it have a toll?
5 minutes after midnight.
Oh my
No.
god, finally!
They think they recognised the man they saw fleeing the scene because they've seen him in the newspapers before. And they were able to positively identify him from pictures that were shown as James Chin, who is the intelligence officer for the governor's office.
This motherfucker
Oh goodness.
was
And
suspicious
not one
of
of
that,
yours?
that rat!
See, it did go through my mind just by process of elimination, was it something to do with him? But it didn't have anything
He's the
definite
quiet
with
guy.
the mechanism.
Yeah.
That shit was. That dude was quiet and shifty, and I didn't like it.
I'll type it up so there's like something to refer to later, but that's going to be the information that's in the document.
Okay, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he pulled the trigger. That could mean that he was also third person.
She
That was
saw
in the
him.
room.
So she describes seeing him leaving the elevator as she was getting on the elevator. 5 minutes or just after midnight. On the night that it happened, and the estimated time of death was like midnight.
Ooh.
But
Yes.
and it wasn't just him though. It was just that's the one that she recognized.
That's
positive
that,
ID.
that was the guy she saw, and she knew she recognized him because she was like, I know him from somewhere. And then
Okay.
she saw him in the newspaper and recognized that was him, and then that's who she's told Bruce that she saw.
Okay, so she only saw him.
Yes, one man.
That
Who the
makes
fuck
it
is-
even.
But no, that's
That's where we end today. Thank you.
no.
That's so good.
Oh,
Knew it.
the third person. There had to be a third person.
Well, I never said
Game
it
is
wasn't
gonna
a
drive
third
me to
person.
drink. I'm gonna.
You're gonna discuss this with the GF and the family, aren't you?
Oh yeah, no, they're in the other room hearing me scream, and I'm gonna have to like burst in there looking
Yeah.
all crazy
They're
and
sitting there
sweaty and
drinking
going
the-
like, "You would not believe what this
They're-
motherfucker did to me."
They're sitting there with their coffee, just like he's doing it again.
Yeah, yeah. Every week they're just in there watching TV, and all of a sudden I bust up in there and go, "Okay, pause this shit." So here's.
It tells me you're doing a good job, Dark.
He's
Literally
easy
look-
though, man. There's no effort
Yeah,
required to
yeah.
get him bound up.
Are you fucking
The
bastard?
minute Alan comes on one week and goes, I can't sleep last night because I couldn't figure this out, then I'll really be pleased with
Yeah.
myself.
God. Mm,
Just put a note. in the
that
chat so
doesn't
we don't forget
answer
this.
anything though. Ugh. Oh, my head hurts. Oh my gosh.
What you did.
Yeah, I can see that they having the board to like write things on and
Yeah.
move pictures around that's definitely feeling more and more important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez
I will
Louise.
definitely draw that out for next time so we've got photos and references to all the journal things and things like that, and you can just move it around hopefully. Because I can do it with the map
Yeah.
notes like I did last time, and if I can't do that, I'll do it with tiles, and then when you click on it, it'll just take you to the thing. You can use the drawing tools to connect them if you want. I think that'll work out okay.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
that
perfect
sounds-
actually, yeah.
Nice.
It's just I'll need to do the permissions for the map notes because they were kind of fucky when we did the XCOM before.
I feel as if I missed out on all the good chat.
No, you only
No.
missed the
Oh,
time
yeah.
talking to Bruce.
Yeah, that was it, and that was really literally Bruce could only communicate via grunts, and that was a lot
Yes.
of like
Mm.
once for yes, two for no, and that's
Some
it.
Breaking Bad shit.
And then we had to like give him a pad and note, and all he wrote down was woman, saw, and then my home. Oh, and then triad. Whenever we asked like did he know who did it, and he was like yeah, and then wrote down the symbol for triad.
Okay.
Fucking at the top of my notes because I figured, oh yeah, I'll keep track of like important characters and stuff like that. So I wrote down director John McClane, quiet man James Chin, and
John McClane.
well, because that's the director for the CIA here, and I think
That's awesome.
whatever.
No, Cannon's the director of CIA there, right?
I honestly don't remember who John McClane is. It's either like
was he your
local
Taiwan
director, or is
guy?
he-
I think.
Maybe.
No, that's
No,
Don
it's not-
McCardle.
Yeah. Oh, maybe he's like director of like CIA, like top CIA.
Oh, okay.
I think maybe. I don't know.
I don't
didn't
have
write CIA director. I just wrote down director.
Okay.
My notes
Possibly.
are not trustworthy. Like they, once you scroll past that, it falls.
Gets crazy.
It's mad ramblings, and I'm struggling to keep it all. Having to like revisit old paragraphs and revise them as new information comes to light. And it's,
keeping notes.
Oh my god. Yeah. Why? How
I
do
love
people
how you're
do
so
this?
calm, John. You're just like taking notes. More
Well,
so
that's what it is,
to
it's just
come
taking
next
notes.
week.
Because he knows the information already. He's being a stingy bastard about giving it to me.
You still got
I have to do
so
all this
much.
roleplay.
Look at all the handouts, man. He's got tons of information.
I
You
know!
got the juicy parts today though.
Eventually.
You got, like, yeah.
If you wanted to, you could tell me who third person was, and you're not telling me
Yeah,
what I
but
want to
then-
know right now.
Yeah, but then it wouldn't be a game.
Yeah, you gotta make me do all this like rolling dice and role play and ugh.
Yeah, imagine
I
that.
have to work for it. How dare you?
I think it's the Singh guy, John Singh. I think.
Maybe, but the
I think it might be him.
woman, the witness statement was just
it's-
James.
what-
in.
What if it's not a he, and what if it's Nina Sowwoman, and she's like head of all the sort of organizations and
That's-
stuff. She's
that-
like
that-
commanding
that's a-
or
No.
something.
That's a stretch.
I love it anytime you start honing in on like a theory, a setup. Laura's like, but what if this other different thing?
What if it was the butler?
And then you're like, ah, fucking hell, another one.
Well, you just never know.
No, I know.
He
That's funny.
He throws in spanners in the works.
Yeah,
So yeah.
we're done. So
I don't
So
think I've
we're
ever
gonna-
written so much like in the way of notes for any of the other games so far as I have for this one.
I
It's,
honestly, if Dark, if you want to just like let everybody be able to read my notes, I'm fine with that. See if y'all can make sense. Just watch the slow decline into just from orderly to
Okay, I made them observer, so you should be able to see it.
fair enough. I wasn't able to write any of the shit that happened this session exactly. I mean, I started to, and then I did catch everything else, but
I will probably read it like
Well, it is.
next week.
You don't need to read
because-
his notes. His notes are just him
Yeah.
writing down his thoughts.
Okay, are they just
Don't
the,
get them mixed
the
up with facts.
ramblings?
yeah, no, do not take anything like at face value. It is literally my thoughts, and I purposely don't write down things that my character isn't present and aware for.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do have to go now. Oh my god.
No
What are
worries.
your thoughts,
I gotta go
Glenn?
too.
What's okay? Okay,
What?
well,
See y'all next
no,
time.
it's just Dark's game.
I
Yep,
see Glim's
here we
notes.
go.
It's just like tall man at ferry. James Chin was the mole.
Yeah.
Glim's are just like straight to the point. Swindle's got a
that's what I
goddamn
love
novel
about
right now.
Clem, though. Yeah, straight to, which is great.
I'm just like, okay, so that's the mole. Eventually, I'm like, oh shit, I wrote that down. You know?
Wait a minute, I got this. And it's like the one thing Swindle didn't write down.
Was the James guy? Was that the one that like we all spoke to and it was really really nice?
Yes, at the start when
Oh.
both directors, the CIA station master and the CIA and the MI6 station master brought us into Governor House, he was sitting there in the meeting as well.
Oh, okay.
And one of you, I
Oh.
think it was Alan or Swindle, asked who he was, and he was like, "Oh, I'm James Chin. I'm the governor's intelligence officer or intelligence
Oh,
liaison."
It's like molly. I just think of like Austin Powers.
Yeah,
Molly,
just
molly,
like
molly,
Austin
molly.
Powers.
So
Yeah.
the CIA,
Yeah, baby.
had a representative at that meeting as well?
Yes, Cannon was there as well as Poole. So both of
Oh
the
boy.
station masters were there for
Oh.
the meeting.
Ooh,
To
that
answer
could
your
be
question,
interesting.
Laura, it's like, you know, I'm always excited about Dark's games. I'm like, okay, now we're in a whole loop. Everyone's dying. That's not good. And yes, I'm still like, who the fuck is this damn tall man? And why is he tormenting me?
Why would he leave me alone?
Some random guy that's like, I can't help.
Oh, that's
you."
just Larry.
Yeah.
Now I
He's
see where
called
the fear
Larry.
is because it's just this really tall, lanky dude, and like nobody sees this tall, lanky motherfucker. I mean,
Well, Tom saw him at the same time as you that time, but he also disappeared.
And
Which
then
makes
Mark
no
saw
damn
him
sense.
as well. Saw him like in
Oh yeah, the
the house.
reflection.
yeah, I
he's
didn't want to
the
grab him. I just wanted to
reflection.
talk to him first
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I was like, I didn't be like, ha, get your ass.
Ah, well, Mark
They were like
technically
that,
saw
"You're
him
real."
reflection because when he turned around, the phone just rang and he wasn't there.
Yeah, the
can
fact
think
that
all
the
this.
phone call was speaking to Slater was slightly troubling, to say the least.
Yeah. But you held it together.
He did hold it together.
Somehow.
He's only at 2 insight. He's totally fine.
Unlike me, I've got 4 insight.
Yeah, I need to ratchet up because you should really be higher by now.
All right,
Got
thank you guys. You
closer.
guys have a good one.
Yep, thank you. See you
Have a
next
good
time.
one.
Touch these again.
Thanks. Bye.
See you Wednesday.